let's start episode 2 of Godforged. So, last week, your group met upon the road. To begin with, we had Fia, Saphira, and Basil along the road, walking with their prisoner, a goblin named Silk. You headed to find your way down to the town of Karburn, but along the way you found that the road was closed due to a worm field. An event where thousands of worms gather in a field and it's their mating season. You go into the tavern known as Rock's Roost, where you meet a Krigven, a large polar bear-like individual called Scold, and his companion, a much shorter dwarf cleric named Timothy. Together, you had a few drinks, had some food, until you were approached by a man named Erti, who mentioned that there was a tour going on where you can go and watch the rock hunt down and eat its prey, feeding on the delicacies that come with the worm field. So you paid your fee of a few silver and went and watched this. Erti informed you that a griffin would also join the hunt, but the griffin never came. You went to explore what happened to the griffin, and you found a series of bandits who were waiting for you. They knew a few of your party. They'd killed the griffin, but in turn, you killed them. After giving Erti the griffin's egg, the offspring of it, and send him on his way, you headed down off the rocky cliffs towards the town of Karburn. On your way there, you crossed over the road for the better part of a day until when you came over the hill. The town of Karburn, which is a large town split into two sections, an eastern and a western section. Just below a mountain, with the two brother mountains beside it. It has a forest that wraps around this mountain, going down and around the eastern section of the town. But the western section, at least the northern part of it, was on fire. You are stood upon this hilltop looking down. It's probably about a 20-minute journey to travel down there if you run or you jog at a fast pace. That's where we start today's session. What would you like to do?
Is this why they call it Karburn? Because it's burning?
I'm gonna look at Silk and is it like this all the time? Is that the deal?
No. Silk looks up towards you, Fia.
I don't know what's happened. I've never seen it like this.
He's staring out in disbelief.
Well, only part of it's on fire, so we could go to the... Is there a non-fire entrance? Is there a... we just go down and...
You want to go
I don't
there?
know, like...
Well, yeah.
I want to get paid. We're going.
Do I hear anybody in the fire right now? Like any screams?
So you're pretty far away. You're several miles away. You're on top of this hilltop. You've come over the top of this hill, and it faces downwards towards where, along this large river, probably 100-foot wide river, is the town of Karburn, just below the mountains. So you can kind of see down onto it, but it's going to take you about 20 minutes of descending down this road, heading down towards it before you would actually make it.
Like a recent fire, or does it look like it's been burning for quite a while or no?
Roll a perception check. Or investigation. Whatever you prefer.
Okay.
Would you roll?
Roll 20.
I got a 22 as well because I'm looking.
22. Okay. Yeah, the fire looks like it's fairly recent. The trees in the distance haven't caught fire yet. It'd be devastating if the forest caught fire. You can kind of make out from this distance that they're fighting it. You can see these tiny little figures moving back and forth. This weaving of magic and water just pluming against some of the flames, which are against the worst part of the flames. But it still seems like the fire is starting to spread. It looks like it might have started, you're deducing, in the last hour. Maybe two.
Fire looks...
I'm immediately going to start running towards the town then.
Oh.
Okay, well
Yep,
let's
Saphira's gonna jog on behind as well.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. You want to so you start heading down this mountainside. It's basically, imagine the same way that you go up kind of a rocky mountain driveway kind of thing. So it's like a spiraling path that goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Along the path as you head down, you would see various people who were traveling back and forth, just staring in the distance, reinforcing the idea that this must have just started. They're in disbelief themselves. They're kind of confused. People are talking on the road. This part of the road is a little bit more busy. You'll see someone every couple of minutes or so. Do you keep... What kind of pace are you going at?
I think we're
yell for
like
Timothy.
jogging down, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
and,
going fairly quick.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna
we're
yell.
following
Little
it at
feet.
Timothy's pace, I guess.
Okay.
Saphira will be. Are there any the people that we're seeing fleeing and whatnot? Are they close enough for us to speak to them?
Yeah, they're not necessarily fleeing. They were on the road heading back and forth themselves, and then they could see. Yeah, you'll be passing past them. Yeah.
Okay, and Saphira would stop one and ask.
While
what's
she's
going
doing
on.
that, I'm gonna grab Silk by the arm. I'm gonna try to catch up to Timothy because I want to see if we can put a better makeshift disguise than Fia's too long cloak on him.
Okay. So you Fia rushes over to Timothy. You guys are going to try and make your own little makeshift cloak. Whilst you're doing
Maybe.
that, Silk, you know,
Timothy's shorter and fits better.
he complies with everything you're saying. He doesn't want to get caught in Karburn of all places. He is fearful of the place. He wraps up in whatever you give him. Saphira, you approach a man and a woman. One of them is leading one of their livestock up the mountain, up the hilltop you're on. They've got a goat with them against a lead, and they're just staring out there. What did you say to them?
What's going on down there? What happened?
I don't know. We were heading up towards our farm, but we turned around and there was a slight blaze at first. We thought there must have been a festival or something, but it's growing. The fire's growing. Could it be a siege? They look bewildered.
We should hurry. We should hurry in case anybody is in trouble, anyone is hurt.
You're going there? Good luck.
Of course.
Okay, good luck.
What if people need help? We gotta go.
He kind of eyes your party for the first time and sees the weapons, the variety, and goes a little quiet and just bows his head, letting you get on. So you're going at a fast pace.
Yes.
Scald is a ways back. He's not going at a fast pace.
Okay.
He's not built for that long distance life.
Yeah, it's slow and steady. Yeah. So, yeah.
He's more of a brisk walk.
Okay, yeah. Which, funnily enough, is almost like Timothy's fast pace. Because every step of you is like 3 for 10. So you're heading down the mountain together. You're just a little bit behind Scald. As you carry on for a good 20 minutes, passing different people, you'd hear the murmurs of people just shocked and in disbelief of what's going on. By the time you get down there, you notice that the way to get to Karburn is you're on the other side of the large river. There's 2 bridges. One that leads off into these kind of crop fields and the various places where there's some livestock and whatnot. That would lead to the eastern gate. It has signposts as you go down there. The other bridge leads directly to where the fire is. It leads directly to the western gate where they're trying to hold off the fires. That's where you would see most people running back and forth in the bridge. From this distance, you can kind of make out the figures lowering buckets into the river, pulling them out, lowering these just whatever they can, containers of all sorts, just bring them out, pass them across each other. Civilians, guards, all alike, just working together to help put out the flames. As you cross the bridge, or if you want to cross the bridge, getting to the start of the bridge, you would notice from this distance that they've clearly got some sort of mage or magician of some sort who is weaving some of the water together and tossing it over the worst parts of the buildings, and basically just diffusing the situation. He's probably 50% of the effort that's being put towards stopping the fires here. A good couple hundred people are working together to hand out buckets and throw them over, along with people that are kind of blanketing others and getting them away from the worst parts of the flames and making sure any of the injured are out of there. You see a lot of soot-covered people as they've been taken unaware. You guys had just left and had that fight on the rocky cliffs literally at dawn. So this has happened when a lot of people have been asleep still, or early wakers have just coming out.
Is there any indicators that there are people trapped or in peril?
Karburn doesn't have a thick wall on the outside, nor a tall one. It's not really one you can man, but it is blocking a lot of the view of what you would see inside the town. Do you guys want to head across the bridge?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. When you do across the bridge, you hear all the shouts of people saying, "More buckets! We need them up there! We need to get them further into the city! You, help the injured! Bring them round the back! Take them to the eastern gate! Don't go through the western gate! You!" And you see the guards, this guard captain, he's just stood there, he's giving orders around. The weaver is on top of the wall itself, just kind of built on this little barricade outside, and he's stood on top of that, weaving some magic onto that. You see a bunch of the rushing around, the sounds of civilization and people in panic just rushing around you. You get closer, and you see a couple of guards say, "No merchants today. We've got issues in the town."
Oh, we're here to help, not merchants.
Oh, you're here to help.
Certainly, we'd like to.
The guard stood in front of you. They wear a traditional kind of town outfit, town guard outfit with a tabard. The tabard is a dark blue. It has the drawing of like a mountain on it with this great rock's wings just adorned in the center. He looks across your group. Okay, well, that's good. It's good to hear. We need people. It depends what you can do. We need people that can gather buckets and bring water into the town itself. We need people that can search on the buildings. Also, my captain, he's been ordering people to go deeper into the fire to see what's causing it. We believe goblins or something. You see Silk just tightening up the cloak around him.
Huh, okay. Well, we're happy to help. Just point us in the right direction. We have plenty of people here, I'm sure, that can cover all of those bases. Right, guys? I look back to our group.
Fear nods firmly.
Skull would catch up at this point as well, if he's going at that same pace. Okay, the Captain Hagor is over there. You see when he points, this dwarven, sharp beard, very dark skin, but an even jet black beard, just forked together, hair back, wearing the same outfit. This time, instead of the traditional just iron-plated shoulders, you'd see the golden-plated shoulders to mark his rank. But his is stockier, built for a dwarf. Aye, you better get that fucking in there now! He's kind of got his hands on his hips, and he's just watching as people are running back and forth. You can see the stress on his face. Talk to the captain. He'll tell you where you need to go. If you can help, it'll be much appreciated.
All right, make our way
We'll head
towards
over to
the
the captain.
captain, yeah?
Are we well rested, DM?
You are not. You haven't rested since leaving the Rocky Cliffs.
Okay, cool.
As you approach him, he looks around to you. You've been on the road? Aye. Good. Well, we're gonna need more people.
Okay, what do you need?
What can we do?
That depends. If you're fighters, we might need to root out some goblins inside the city itself. Or we need some people to go and rescue some people from buildings. We're not too sure how many are trapped in there. We've got most people out. Luckily, the fire spread slowly at first. But I've sent soldiers around the town. Only a few groups have reported back. What can you do?
Go inside. I'll look for survivors.
We can look for
Yeah, I want to look for
survivors.
survivors right now.
Yeah.
We all want to look for survivors. Yeah.
That's helpful. Not many people will volunteer for that. Okay. We'll open up the gates for these ones. We'll bring them in. Send them north. The northern side of the city has got the most dense flames. You'll find the most people there. You can help. Go there and help us, please. We'll compensate anyone that volunteers. Just come to the barracks over in the eastern section afterwards and say you did your part. Right. The gate opens up at this point. You can see from the gate outside, you would see some of the buildings that were roaring with flames. But now that you can see it, you can see the soot-covered streets, ash floating down, people moving survivors over to the section which hasn't really been touched by flames. The flames are kind of licking the other side of the road. But it seems to be the left side of the road if you'd go into this gate. This is the most northern side of the western section of the city. He points. Follow that, go left. That's where my soldiers who haven't come back from. That's where they went. Be careful in the buildings. They're not really built for this, but if you see any goblins, we'll give you gold for every ear you bring back.
You got it.
Okay.
March forward.
You march into the town. Instantly, you're hit by the smell of the smoke, and it's rising away from you. It's not really blinding at this point. It's being blown up into the air. The sun's rising now, so you can kind of get this mix of sunset with the red just glow up into the sky from all the flames. People are mostly getting survivors out as you go past them. You see a couple of guards helping lift people and get them onto stretchers and move them away back out into the open nearer to the river. You hear the crackling of flames. It's almost deafening at this point, especially over to the left and in the distance. You head into the town. You see a couple of streets go off to the right, but the right side of where you're walking now doesn't seem like it's been touched. The flames haven't spread there yet. People are crying, and there's just an intensity as you walk through the streets. You get to the road which heads off left up into the northern section. You can see the worst parts of the flame there. The buildings next to you, you see just the trickling of flames in a couple of the floors of smaller buildings. None of the buildings in this section are very big. They're mostly at most 2 stories. Maybe a 3rd story building every now and then. But this is kind of the poorer part of the city. And unfortunately, that does come with a lot of wooden structures or wooden reinforcements and structures which have quickly set alight. The section which you've been sent down, though, seems to be a winding road that goes up into the north, and it does seem to be dense with flames as you go up there. Everyone roll an investigation check if you are looking directly for survivors.
Okay.
And any buildings you go past. Or perception check if you're trying to see if there's anything lurking up ahead. Both if you wish.
I rolled 19.
I got
rolled
a
a
22
17
perception.
investigation.
Okay.
The 24 in perception.
I'm assuming I wouldn't be able to smell anything in this scenario. Too much smoke.
Not enough that you'd have advantage. Yeah, it'd be the smoke is just messing with your senses. So.
Okay. 10.
10. So, what was did anyone roll over 15 plus on investigation?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 crits for perception and a 19
Crits.
investigation.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I got a 17 invest as well.
Anyone who's rolled over 15 for investigation, as you would go past a few of the buildings, you would see a few people huddled behind a door. You see in one window to your left some people who can't really get their door open, and the flames are starting to trickle down to their house. You see them banging on the window, but no sound can be heard because of the crackling of flames above them.
I run there immediately.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow suit. Yeah.
Okay, you get up to the door. The door has it's kind of got the blackened top where the wood has started to be charred, but the fire hasn't come down to the bottom floor yet.
Can the people inside see me?
Through kind of sooted glass, yes.
I'm
see a
going to sort
ship.
of motion to them to move away from the door, and I'm just going to try to smash it down.
Okay, can I get an athletics check, please?
Yeah. $20.
20. Very nice. You step back. How do you want to hit the door?
Just both hands on my hammer, slamming it as hard as I can, really.
Okay. As soon as your hammer hits the door flies off its hinges. You hear it as it slides back into the room. The people come out. They're covering themselves up. They're coughing. You see a father saving his child and his wife as he pushes them away into the street a little more. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And then they rush off. There's no one else in the building there. Most people got out. We saw most of the buildings here cleared. But further on, we're not too sure. He rushes off, protecting his family, heading back to that way. You saved their lives. Anyone who rolled a perception check, you said we got a couple of crits?
Yep.
2 crits.
Okay, nice. Anyone who rolled over a 15 again, and the crits especially, people who rolled over a 15, you would see that most of these buildings have been cleared, and it seems like a lot of the survivors got out quickly. The flames seem to have started from down here. Those of you who critted on this, you'd hear the distant sound of cackling, but it's different. It's almost as you just hear it in the distance, almost this crackling to the voice, along with the cackling, along with this little laughter, giddy, almost juvenile laughter coming up from far into the northern part of the city, or the town. Sorry.
Looking at Fia at this point,
Do you hear
just
that?
like squinting my eyes and nodding along.
Yeah.
I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah.
We have to go further.
Guys, there's like a real creepy laugh from that way. I feel like we should. It's real creepy. It's real creepy. Like we should probably check that out.
A foe?
Yeah. Well, somebody. It seems like they are real excited about this fire. So
All right.
maybe the person who started it.
Lead the way.
All right, let's go.
Okay, you head north along the road. There's some rubble either side of you. You can see a lot of the houses here have been far more damaged. Yet, still, the majority of the houses are standing. Again, the fire didn't start too long ago. You carry on moving, weave across a couple of things. The cackling gets a little louder. It's like giggling, but if it was through
Like a voice like that.
you just hear this in the distance. Until you start coming towards this cul-de-sac-like square. Passing around the corner, you'd see a statue that has been licked with flames. What was once a marble and stone statue is now blackened from these flames. You see a series of houses in a circle around the center. This would probably be a place where markets would be held for this part of the town. Some of the back houses are burning heavily. But flying around the center, hovering off the ground, are two skulls in the shape of goblin heads. They're weaving around the statue in a juvenile way, giggling as they burn it. They're both smoldering
skull?
with fire. These two skulls are smoldering with fire, hovering
Ooh.
10 or so foot off the ground. And then they lower to about 5 foot off the ground. And they're just weaving around. You see little flames flicker up against the statue. They're giggling as they do. Both of the skulls seem like they're the cause of the fire. They're smoldering with this greenish flame. And they just keep weaving around the statue, burning and burning it. They haven't noticed you yet.
Oh. Can I look at Silk to see his face? To see how he's reacting to all of this?
He's mostly covered up. And you can
Uh-huh.
see his eyes squinting.
Mm.
But when he sees the skulls, he doesn't... He looks as bewildered as you. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight, you said?
Yes, please.
All right. 4.
You can't really make head to tail of it. Maybe it's the smoke in the air. Maybe it's the fact that he's covering up a lot of his look already. He's hard to read right now. But he is watching
Gotcha.
intently.
Okay, so we all stopped before they saw us, right?
Yeah.
And we can tell. I mean, I assume we can easily see that it's like a cul-de-sac. It's not like, right? We can tell it's a square. Like, we can't
Yeah,
see
you
any
can
exits
tell that the
other
road
way.
probably ends here. This is
Okay.
the northern part of the town. You've been moving through it for a couple of minutes or so. And you
Okay.
can tell that the only ways in and out of here are either through the main road you've come off with or between alleyways between some of the houses. But
Okay.
nothing fundamental. This is definitely a square-like area.
This looks like a dead end, and there's flying skulls.
Yeah,
And
what
I don't
are
think they
those?
see us. Silk, is this a goblin thing? What is this?
I've never seen anything like that.
Same.
Anyone? I'm gonna look at the rest of our group.
Have we?
Yeah.
Roll let me see. I'm just going to work out if any of you would have seen anything like this or heard anything like this. Has anyone studied magic through books? Basil did?
Oh, yeah, I did.
I would have, yeah.
I feel like Saphira, Scold, and Fia, you probably have never seen anything like this. Basil and Timothy, roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
I got 18.
I got 16.
You both recognize that this might be some form of conjured flame skull. But usually flame skulls are human skulls. It fits a similar description, albeit a little bit stranger. The green flames that you're so familiar with, the flame skull, these ones flicker with green, but they have a lot of red in them as well. But they match the description. Flame skulls are these conjurations created by, or amalgamations created by wizards, which undergo a dark form of almost necromancy of sorts.
Oh.
Gross.
But you've never read about goblin ones. It seems to be new.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that's the source of all of this, so I guess we should probably put it
I mean, we
got
got to stop him, right?
As
Yeah.
you say
Wait.
that, one of the flame skulls,
Damn it.
and it blows a flame straight into one of the buildings near it. You see bits of the building just fall apart, and it giggles and keeps moving around the statue. They're too busy burning to notice you yet.
I say we just surprise them, right? Like, let's just. If we.
What is this?
Well,
I think.
it looks like a flame skull, but I've never read about ones that have goblin skull. It's very weird. I don't know. We should definitely tread carefully, whatever it
So-
is.
Goblin Costa must be nearby.
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe if we take care of these, maybe it will look for us, or I mean, they're setting fires. We should probably stop this part first, right?
Indication that there is a caster somewhere. Can we hear or note anyone else other than the presence of the skulls?
No. Who rolled the 18? Was it you, Timothy?
No.
Timothy, you would remember something about flame skulls being created from oneself, rather a sacrifice or sacrificing yourself. It's a means of creating a monster, but not necessarily needing to be conjured by someone in the vicinity. You can
So
create
from what I
this-
know, this person could be far, far away. They just made this through a sacrifice.
You could make one of these and
Okay.
leave it there for years.
Oof.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he's nearby you guys.
Would he
Oh.
know if we killed it? Them?
You don't know that much.
Hmm.
We kill it?
Yeah, it's.
And we need to stop them anyways. We can't let them stay here.
We should.
How do we stop flying flamey skull thing?
I say we shoot them before they know we're here.
It's probably our best course of action, and unless anyone has a huge bucket of water, which might aid us.
I do not.
As you're talking, you notice that they're getting a little bit more frantic.
Hmm.
I'm gonna unhook a hand axe from my belt and
Okay.
throw it.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
Okay.
Okay, are we gonna do this?
Yeah, I think so. It's our only choice.
If
I
you're going
just
to
want
be
to shoot
throwing...
my crossbow as he does that then.
Okay.
So,
Saphira will reach for a javelin.
how far away are they from us right now?
Probably about 40 feet. 30 feet, maybe?
Okay, so
Not
as
far at
everyone
all.
nods,
9.
9 to hit them. Let me get their bits open. A 9 doesn't hit. I'll let Timothy, you do your crossbow strike, and then we'll roll initiative.
Okay. A 10.
A 10 does not hit. An axe thrown from out of the road and a crossbow bolt at the same time. It just goes into the flames. It just misses. You see both flames cast, and you just see both heads almost tilt and watch you. And we'll get everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Let me bring you all onto the appropriate page as we start today's combat. Okay, let me Make this nice.
I'm guessing we're south.
Yep, if everyone could be on the southern side.
Okay.
And okay. So yeah, you see these two flame skulls look straight towards you. Both of them just in fury. Hold on. If you rolled initiative, I didn't have the thing up yet. Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, no worries.
I can edit your numbers if you tell me if you did roll higher than what you
Okay,
did.
good. I had a good roll too.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll edit your numbers.
Wait, what do I click?
I got an
Oh,
18 for initiative.
I put myself on there twice. How do I get that off?
I'll just click it and press delete.
I got you.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
Do.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll again, Timothy, and you can edit the number.
Okay, I'll just roll.
So I've done a
And then
little bit of a
can I or
different
does he
map.
have to edit it?
It's a little three-dimensional, so obviously it
I
looks
like
a little weird if you go behind it, but I think it sets the scene a wee bit better.
Hmm.
Okay, could you make mine an 18?
I think you can do it yourself if you just
Oh,
click on the
can I?
number. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can.
Chat
Yeah,
told me that I
it's-
could organize this a little better last time, but I can't remember how. I think I clicked
The initiative thing?
Yeah, I will work that.
There's a
one
way,
sec.
there's like a cog you can click to auto sort it.
Yeah,
I think they
believe
did last
so.
time.
So yours is an 18, yeah? And then
Look at all those
everyone else is good.
18s.
Okay, let me roll for these guys.
It's our lucky number.
Wow, yeah, lots of 18s. Crikey.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. So you would start this encounter, seeing as they both watch you. Let me just make sure to get their stats up. One of the stats thing sheets is a little busted. Hold on.
Their creepy faces.
Hold on. Okay, almost got it. Actually, they both do the same thing. I can just work off one stat sheet. Okay. So, let me roll their initiative. I suppose that's the pain of not having both the things. I'll just have to manually do the other one. Okay. And this one.
Yeah, I think you just click the blue cog, Joe.
Yeah, and then I do descending order.
There you go.
Just gonna add a new one because twin one. Alright, him. Okay. Well, first of all, just as you start the combat, at the beginning of the round, just as you enter into it, you see as both of them look to each other quickly, look towards you, and then from this tongue that comes out of it, this kind of almost bone-like tongue, you just see this fire just tether between them. This almost fiery rope is now connecting between them. I don't actually have a thing for this, but it's a 15-foot right now, and you see it just connecting between this fire, just burning between them. First up is one of the twins. It is going to look directly towards... Thank you for the drawing.
You're welcome.
Look directly towards Scold. And it's this twin on the right here. It's going to cast Hideous Laughter. If you could please roll a Wisdom saving throw.
17.
17. I believe you beat it. You do. Okay. Yeah, you see as it looks straight towards you, its eyes just glow. You just feel this feeling trying to compel you. You stand vigilant against it. It doesn't do anything. It can't do anything after that. Next up is Fear.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my left hand out. I'm going to magic missile the one on the left.
On the left. as you do that, as a reaction, that one is going to use one of its spell slots to cast Shield and instantly negate that damage.
Ooh.
Suck a dick. Cool.
You just see as your magic missiles shoot out of your hand. They beam towards it. And you just see its face almost just fades and just like morphs around it, and you just see them beaming off of it. And the flames just
Okay.
grow brighter.
I'm gonna yell motherfucker, and that's it.
Okay, yeah.
That's my bonus action.
Nice. Okay. Next up is Timothy. You're on
For my
deck, Basil.
18 Arcana check before, do I know if these things are undead or like magic origin?
You would deduce that they are undead.
Okay, I want to try to do a channel divinity, turn undead on one of them, the one on the right.
Okay.
So they just have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I can do that. A natural 20.
Ugh.
I'll screenshot
Okay, then
that.
as my bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon and attack the one on the right,
Okay.
which is,
Let me get your spirit. You get your hammer out for you.
yeah, and I rolled a 19 to attack.
Fuck yeah.
Let's bring out the familiar hammer. So you wanna? Where do you want to put it?
Attack the one on the right, to the right of it.
Okay. So this hammer appears straight to the side of it, and you rolled a 19 to hit. That hits.
Yes.
Roll damage.
All right, I do 6 damage.
Okay, and let me just see. It's force damage. Yep, it's not immune to that. Okay. You actually see as the hammer makes contact with it, you see the skull just shake from it. And it just shakes looking at the hammer, surprised that it's been damaged. Okay. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
I'm also going to move forward a little bit, not too much though.
Okay.
Just about to there.
Okay. Basil, you're up next. Saphira, you're on deck.
I'm going to cast Shatter in a 10-foot radius, avoiding Timothy, but hitting both of them if possible.
Okay.
And that requires a Constitution saving throw from both of them.
Okay. It does roll at advantage.
Okay.
An 18 for the first one.
So this damage that I'm about to do.
And then the other one's a 21.
Okay, both get half 8, so they get 8
8 damage each. Okay, it's still hefty enough. You
Awesome.
see as the shatter just ripples, and I believe it's thunder damage, right? You just see the rippling sound of just hit against both, and their skulls shake for a moment. You see little brittle pieces of skull just drop to the ground and turn to ash. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
I can do a Bardic Inspiration, is that correct?
That's correct. There's a bonus action.
All right, perfect. I'm going to give Saphira my Bardic Inspiration. And I'm going to say, I'm with you from now until the end, and I'm so happy to call you my dear friend. Go get him!
Nice, cute.
My heart. Okay, so obviously these guys are on fire, right? Would there be anything kind of indicating to Saphira that she can't go in melee range, or do you think that she would be comfortable fighting in close combat?
There's the definite idea that maybe, because the thing is literally on fire, however, it's not creating a necessary aura of fire around it. It's mostly on fire. So the same way that if someone was on fire running towards you, you'd have that much chance, you know? So as long as you're not touching it with physically, then sure, you could probably hit it with your axe. But grappling in it might hurt.
All right. Well, I think Saphira already started this combat reaching for a javelin, so she's gonna test the waters first, and I'm gonna move her over here, and she's gonna throw her javelin at this guy.
Okay.
Remind myself how to do this again. Okay. I rolled 24 for the javelin.
Okay, 24 for the javelin.
And the damage is 9.
9 points of damage. It hits and it does the damage. You see as the javelin just pierces through its eye. Going through the other side, you see the flames kind of flick off the javelin as it falls behind it. And you see the brittle bits of bone tweak from it. So that's 9 points of piercing damage. Let's see here if it has any... No, it doesn't. Okay, so... Yeah, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I've already moved and attacked. Yep, that's it.
Okay. It is now the other twin's turn. It's gonna first use its movement to go between. So now its tether is going to hit poor old Timothy here. Timothy, could you please roll a dex save?
Ugh.
Do I get an attack of opportunity because it passed me?
It didn't pass through your 5-foot radius.
I rolled a
Ah,
16.
okay.
A 16. You make it. Just as it comes to you, you dodge under this tether. Okay, and then for its actual action, that was just movement, it is going to cast... Yeah, let me see. Yep, I think... It's going to cast, right here, Flaming Sphere. Let's see if I can get a little flaming movable object here. Ba-boo. Let's use this one here. So, Flaming Sphere, for those who aren't aware, it's a 5-foot diameter of fire, and it appears in a range of my choice within range. Lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 foot of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. So please could... Oh, actually, no, it's not at the start. So, let me think. Yeah, it's gonna cast it there. And leave it there. I don't think you have to do anything with Flaming Sphere at the beginning.
Just wait till it's the end of our turn.
He can essentially move it around to like force people out of position, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's actually he's gonna bring it to here. And keep it safe on his right. That's all he's gonna do on his turn.
As a reaction,
Okay.
Skald will point his maul at the skull and just say,
Stein.
make a wisdom save.
Okay. Does that connect target any creature?
Uh-huh. Within 30 feet.
It's a charm though, right?
Yeah.
He's condition immune to charm. As you say, Stein, it doesn't seem to have any effect on it. A creature doesn't understand it is immune to your effect.
Useless.
Okay. It is Skold's turn though.
Frustrated, he's just gonna stomp up and hit it instead with the maul.
Okay. Roll to attack.
19.
19 hits. You guys are rolling well. Roll damage.
Nice.
10 bludgeoning.
10 bludgeoning damage. Very nice. Okay. Yes. No. Okay. Yeah. You see as just your hammer, your maul slams against you. You see various parts of the skull start falling apart. It already used its reaction as well, didn't it, this turn? That one. Damn it. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty hurt, that one already. Top of the round. As the second villain action, the two skulls look at one another. And the... Oh. Skulls
Don't worry.
disappeared. Okay,
He said-
sorry. The tether that was once a rope-like tether now descends to the ground and becomes a flaming wall between them. It is technically going to affect... yeah, it would technically hit you, Timothy. If you could please roll a Dex saving throw again, please.
This is not my strong suit. I have to say that. I got lucky last time. Oh,
You got lucky again.
Oh my god.
You succeed, but you do take half damage.
Okay.
You take 6 points of fire damage. Reduced
And
down
that's
to
half?
reduced down to 3.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, reduced down to 3. So only 3 points of fire damage. Okay. Oh, also, Scold, you ended your turn next to the flaming sphere. So, could you please actually do if you end your turn? Yes. So, could you make a Dex saving throw, please?
$14.
14 just makes it. So, you only take half damage, which is rounded up to 4. So 4 points of fire damage.
Cool.
Okay. Now for the actual twins' turn, as the start of the round, when it's got its flaming wall beside you, it is going to move down. And can I get another dex save as the wall of fire comes straight into your vicinity, blowing all down beneath your legs, burning up at you?
Oh, me?
Scold, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, easy clap. Big roll. 12. Shit.
12 fails it. You take 7 points of fire damage as they go between you. You just feel the flames just erupt against you, burning at pieces of your fur, scolding you. Sorry. Okay. Now for the actual action of that twin.
Bad bit.
It's good. This one is going to cast... Okay, it's that one that's got the flaming sphere. So this one is going to cast... It's going to use another hideous laughter. This time on Scold again, just because of where he stood.
Dude, you got a boner for me, dude. What's up?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right?
Yeah,
Can't
he's
wait
going
to
to
hear
use
the
his...
bear laugh.
If you could give me a wisdom save, please. As you hear that.
Crit.
Nat 20. It does nothing. There goes the second slot. Okay.
You'll stop laughing soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it could have done. Up next, Fear.
Okay. All right. I know this is probably a waste, but I guess they'll use their reactions if they have them. I am going to I'm gonna magic missile again. I'm gonna do 2 at the left, 1 at the right.
2 at the left, 1 on the right.
Correct.
The one at the right uses creates a shield, blocking it the same similar way that prior
Right.
you did prior. But the one on the left, yeah, the one on the left is going to just take it.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, but he's really not. No, he's definitely not. It was Look, Fia was a little bit nervous that it wasn't gonna work, and so she didn't have her wholehearted to
That
it.
cost the arrogance.
It was a 2 and a 4. She's got some issues.
I actually got my
So-
twins mixed up, by the way, but I'm gonna roll with it because I messed up. That one probably should have done the shield, but it didn't. So that takes the 6 points of damage, and it looks extremely hurt. You see just bits of bone just brittly falling off. Its jaw's practically gone now. Its laughter's more of just the cackle, like as you just hear the crackling of flames dying down a little bit. That one looks very hurt. Okay. Would you like to move or anything?
No.
Okay, Tim.
Talking is a free action, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I want to ask everyone around me, is anybody hurt right now? We didn't really get much rest before.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Everyone's okay? What about you, Skull?
Fine.
All right.
Looks
then
back
I'm
and she
going
kind of does a bit
to...
of a face, but she's definitely got a few injuries, but she just pulls a little bit of a.
Okay, since
Thanks.
everyone else is mostly okay, I'm gonna... let me see. I'm gonna turn to myself then and use Cure Wounds, because I'm definitely not okay.
Okay.
I'll cast it at level 2. So I heal for... Let me see, I think I get bonus healing. 7 plus 4, so 11.
11 points of healing. Very nice.
Then on my bonus action, I'm going to move my hammer to... which one got hurt more during all this?
The one next to Skull.
The one,
Okay, then
the
I'm
one
gonna move
already
my hammer
next to us
right-
is super hurt.
Yeah. I'm going to move the hammer right between us and smack it.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
A 9 doesn't hit. You see as it's almost like a cornered lion. It moves out the way knowing that its death is near. It dodges aside from the hammer. Okay.
Okay,
Basil,
that's
you're
all
up
I'm
next.
going to do.
All right. I'm gonna do vicious mockery at the one that's more damaged on the left.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if he's immune to it, but I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think it would work. Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw
Yeah.
from him. I'm gonna say I've got a bone to pick with
17.
you, buddy. Okay. Fuck. Take half of this damage. 1.
1 point of damage.
I think you always round up in 5e, so it'd be 2.
Oh, is it always round up?
2.
Yeah.
Well,
2 points of damage.
Not
Whoa,
too
dude.
shabby.
That's double.
It's double.
in that case, what did you say to him?
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
Oh, it's round down? Sorry, my bad.
Is it round
You
down?
always round down,
Can we
yeah.
pretend
I think
we
it's
didn't
round-
read that?
round
I
down
had a
on-
50-50 chance of being right.
I always thought it was round down on characters, round up on
Double or
monsters, but I'm not too
nothing.
sure. I can double check that for you, but okay. Well, it does rattle its bones. You see it shake for a moment. You see bits of it fall apart, but it's holding on. No pun intended by a tether. It is genuinely just slightly
okay.
holding on.
Could have said
A lot
Slither.
of
You
puns
chose
this
Tether.
round,
I
huh?
chose
You
tether.
deliberately
I-
chose Tether.
I'm really on a roll.
Fucking knew it.
We just tick that one
okay.
off.
God damn it, dude.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Do you want to do anything else?
I'm just gonna glare, try to be as intimidating as possible, glaring.
Okay, very nice. That's it died. No. Okay, so Saphira's turn.
Surprise.
Just to clarify, which was the one that is barely holding on by a tether?
The one closest to
On
you.
the left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I
one
thought
closest.
so. I was just getting a bit confused. Okay. In that case, Saphira is just gonna move over to it and do a little test swing with her axe off of her back
Okay.
into it. Yeah, you know, she just wants to see if she can fight in sort of close quarters without burning herself too bad. Little precautionary test swing of the great axe.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's 20 and.
That hits.
Wait, before I does the bardic inspiration, how long does that last for, and is that like advantage?
I think it's
It's a D6, I think.
You don't need
roll
it because you hit.
D6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, use
Okay.
it if you know you rolled badly. Is the best way
Okay,
to do it.
okay, cool. All right. And it was 11 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
you see as that flame below Scold fades. Do you want to describe how you kill this one?
Well, Saphira was a bit hesitant to go near it because it was on fire, so she just kind of like takes her axe off of her back a bit cautiously and with a bit of a face on, you know.
Okay.
Goes for the old swing down on its heat.
Very nice. You just see it
The whole
crumble to the
She's like-
ground. All this just ash kind of bone on the floor.
Okay, and that wasn't too scary after all for her. She's got a bit of a renewed confidence now. She's not going to be so timid against the flames.
Thank you for the drawing, Sam, but that is now gone. The flame wall is gone as this one fades to ash on the ground. Would you like to move at all for your rest of your action? All right, the rest of your turn.
I already moved a few paces. Can I move further?
Yep.
Oh, you can. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use your full 30 movement.
You can do like 5 foot, then an action, 5
to
foot, then a
know.
bonus, and
Good
then
to
use
know.
the rest, whatever you want.
In that case, Saphira's going to move here.
Okay.
Excellent.
You up next is Scold because we skipped the dead one's turn.
Yeah, Scott stomps forward.
Burn me, will ya?
I'm gonna swing my maul.
Okay. Roll to hit.
21.
21 hits.
Nice.
Oof.
8 bludgeoning.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. You crumble away at this one. It looks like it's been badly damaged. You all have been rolling exceptionally well. Okay.
We have.
Anything else you want to do in your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Top of the round. Round 3. With its twin dead. You see as the skull seems to bring its flame back into itself. The bone looks to harden slightly. Suddenly flames from all the different buildings around you start trickling to it. Almost like it's absorbing them from... The flame seems to be emitting a glow. It looks stronger. And you have... Let me find my roll. 3 turns
Oh.
to destroy it before it detonates.
Woo.
Up next is Fear.
Okay, well, I assume that I saw that it looked like. I assume I realized that it sucked flame into it and got better.
Everyone saw that. It's looking.
Yeah.
It doesn't look necessarily healed. The bits which have been knocked off already are already shattered. But the bits of bone that were there before on this goblin face have
Right.
almost tightened. It looks like there's no cracks in them. It looks like almost like a constructed bit of bone. It's so tight together. It looks stronger and sturdier. And yeah,
Okay,
it definitely was
well,
obvious that it absorbed all
This
the fire.
this sucks for Fia, because really all she can do is hurl magic at it. So she's gonna go for it, and I think I'm going to. Fuck it. Let's chromatic orb it, right? Why not? So yeah, I'm going to hit it with some cold. Some
Okay.
icy cold.
Okay.
Except for I can't move my roll 20 sheet to click it. So why isn't it moving? Sorry. All right. 13.
13 to hit. Does not hit.
Motherfucker. She's gonna say again. Stomp her foot and just.
Your orb would clash against where the fire was, but it almost just brushes it off. It looks too sturdy to be attacked by that at this point.
Very disgusted. I'm just gonna be like, well, I got nothing.
Okay. Yep. Defeatist. That's the attitude
Yeah.
to have whilst it
Really
grows.
annoyed.
Timothy. And Basil, you're on deck.
At this point, I'm gonna run between both Saphira and Scorn, and just swing with my warhammer.
Okay.
14.
Does not hit.
Oh, and then I'll use my spiritual weapon right next to Scorn, right above him, to swing as well.
Yep. Okay. You see the spiritual weapon swing into view.
That's an 8 only.
Does not hit.
Ooh.
3
Up
rounds.
next is Basil.
All right. I'm gonna roll up my non-existent sleeves because Basil doesn't wear sleeves. He shows off his guns. And I'm going to cast Shatter in a radius that will avoid my friends, potentially, hopefully.
Yeah, you could cast it so it'd hit the
Yeah, just
spiritual
the
weapon.
right
Spiritual
Like we're
weapon.
over here.
Yeah, spiritual
Yeah,
weapon doesn't
yeah.
take damage, so yeah, makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna do that. So that is, I think it was con saving, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh.
off. Take 8. Wait, round down or up?
Down.
Down.
8 points of
7.
damage. Wait,
Oh.
It's too late. It's too late.
8. It's still 8,
Wait,
yeah.
sorry. 8,
Yeah,
8,
yeah,
8,
yeah.
Still 8,
Yeah.
right?
Go with the first bit. Okay. You see as the magic vibrates, bits of the hardened skull are now starting to chip away. You've definitely damaged it. It shakes, but it's still absorbing in more magic.
Alright. That's it. I'm gonna frown and scowl. Join Fia's expression of frustration.
Okay. Saphira, Scold, you're on deck.
Fira is going to begin raging. She
Okay.
starts sort of psyching herself up by just screaming guttural
Yep.
screams. And she is going to move kind of around this side and attempt to strike the little skull thingy-majiggy.
Go for it.
Alrighty. 14.
Does not hit.
Does this mean can I use my bardic inspiration at this
Inspiration,
point?
yeah.
You
That
can.
would work.
Does would that be me rolling again? Or
Roll a d6, please. You can
a
use.
D6?
You can make a
add
manual
on to
roll
that.
up the top left, or you can type. There you go. 15.
Oh my god, I rolled 1. Come on, bro. It's Saphira.
Sorry, does not hit.
Does 50 not hit?
No.
Wait.
Boy.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, we just
she
used
That's
just
what the
used
one
it, got a
was.
1.
Fucking rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You swing and a miss.
sad.
You clink off of it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to strike harder than that. Scold.
Scott is gonna whack it again. Worked the first time.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna action surge. Actually,
Okay, good idea.
I'm gonna attack twice. 25
25 definitely hits.
no.
for 11.
Ooh.
24.
Oh my god, dude.
24
for 12.
definitely hits.
Fuck.
Do you want to describe how you kill this thing?
Yeah, it's just pure frustration. He's just like beating it once
Okay.
and twice before it could rise up again.
You stay down.
As your just hammer comes against this great maul, just slams against it. You just see parts of it just start to crack before shattering. You see pieces of it just fall to the ground. The heat that it was about to emanate suddenly starts to fade away and just drift up, almost like smoke, almost like if water was thrown over a campfire that just steamed, sizzling off of it as it drops crumbling to the ground. End of initiative.
That was some bullshit.
I was gonna say that wasn't so bad, but yes.
Saphira's just started raging, and she's like just there, just still like really annoyed, looking at Scald as he smashes it into smithereens, and she misses. She's just
Is everyone all right?
Finally pissed.
I'm gonna look around
Are you,
for Silk.
are you all feeling okay?
I'm fine.
Timothy, are you
yeah.
well?
I'm doing better now. I wasn't before this. I didn't expect a fight like this, but I'm better now.
Good.
Yeah,
Fine.
nobody expects fiery goblin skulls. Really? Maybe they do. I didn't.
The houses around you are all still burning. That happened over the course of. You dealt with them very fast. You've dealt with them in probably around 12 seconds overall. So
Damn.
the area is still burning heavily. The ashes of these two creatures lie to the side. It doesn't seem like the fires. Some of the fires that they absorbed in have actually stopped. So some of the buildings are empty of flame. It doesn't seem like the fire's spreading, and it looks like it's these two were definitely the source of the fire.
Do I hear anybody near these fires in trouble?
Roll a perception check.
A 9.
Looking around the houses, if there are people in these homes, they unfortunately are probably dead, but you don't see anyone.
Okay, could there be more of these around the city? I guess. Do we?
I mean, you said you heard them. Do you hear anything else?
Do we?
What's their corpses like? Can Saphira just sort of like kick it with her feet just to see if there's like anything there? Or...
Yeah. You kind of trying to see if there's anything inside it. That what are you trying to look for in particular, just to see if there's any?
I guess just to see what it is and if there's any kind of I don't know, anything residual left over that could be of any import or note.
Roll an Arcana check.
Dear. 7.
Seems like hot ash, really, like a whitish, but it's a little bit heavier than ash. It's a bit more brittle, almost like chipped teeth.
Skull sees Saphira move the ash with her foot, and he puts a large hand on her shoulder.
You fought well, Cockslayer.
Saphira's gonna shrug him off aggressively and just bit her teeth at him.
Best moment 2020.
Yeah.
It's not helping Saphira's self-esteem right now.
Well, so this seems like a dead end. Should we? Do we want to keep going?
I mean, I feel like we should head back and tell him what we saw, the captain. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
definitely.
people know to look for goblin skulls.
Look for
I mean, just
survivors
also
on
keep
the
their
way
ears
back.
out. If you heard them, other people could hear them too, yeah?
Oh yeah, do we still hear the? I guess can we hear anything?
Any cackling?
Everyone roll a perception check.
Okay.
Fuck.
I
So
rolled
my
a
old one still stands when I listen
15,
for people.
sir.
A 15.
Fucking
Congratulations,
eight.
sir.
I rolled 12.
10.
Well, my passive is 17. What if I just don't?
Your passive is 17?
Yeah, dude, she's
What?
really
Nothing
tense
gets
all the
past
time.
Fia.
Passively,
Always
you haven't
scared,
heard
huh?
anything, and when you try and listen out for anything, no one hears any cackling. You hear
It's good.
a heavy amount of crackling, but no laughter. Nothing as suspicious as what you heard here. It just sounds like fire embers burning against wood. You
I think we should head back, yeah?
Yeah.
I
Scold,
agree.
though, with that perception, you're looking around. You do notice there are 3 charred, guard uniformed bodies to one side. Over to your right.
Mm.
Okay. I go over and inspect them.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Nine.
You can definitely tell from the tabard, and one of them seems slightly intact, except for the bottoms of it are burnt. These three died clearly by fire, obviously, but they were definitely outside at the time. You don't find anything of significance on them. No name tag, no anything to discern who they might be, but these three were definitely killed.
Okay. Is that like a brooch or just some kind of trinket that they would have as a guard?
Yeah, I would say each one of them would carry around an almost brooch on their.
Like an insignia or something?
Yeah, definitely. A smaller version of their mountain with the rock. The rock, a ring around that with the rock's wings kind of connecting the wing together. Yeah.
Seeing that, he would fish around the corpses for the three insignias to bring back to the captain.
Okay.
Are there
When I see him
faces
doing this,
charred?
can I also? I'm sorry. Go.
Yes. Yeah.
They are. Okay. Never mind.
Can I also go to Scold and also just investigate a little bit, just in case? Now that I see him searching around something.
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
I believe they were guards.
I got a 15.
They're, other than their weaponry, which is the standard editions of mauls and basic swords, short swords, you wouldn't find anything of significance on them. They were
There's no way to like
through and through guard.
identify them to the captain if there's a way, like anything different about their uniforms.
They all wore basic plates on their shoulders. You can ascertain that this must mean that they were of a low ranking, and they're
Okay.
all human in shape. Humanoid, at least. You know they're not dwarf or halfling or anything like that. They're likely human, half-elf, or something around that size.
Okay.
Likely the men he sent here. He would know who they are.
Yeah. We should go back to him now,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. You're gonna gather
Probably
up and
just,
head back.
we'll probably just look for survivors on the way back too. Just
Yeah.
To be...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. As you all head back, you would notice whilst you've been doing this as well, some of the people that were behind you that followed you into the town and were gathering survivors have been clearing some of the houses that you were just saving people from as well before. And it looks like they've mostly got that under control. There's no one that seems to be trapped in here. What it seems like might have happened is that there was an early enough warning bell to give everyone a chance to get away. It doesn't seem that there's been many trapped people in their homes. So there's no one on the way back from where you came that is seemingly need to be found. You do come across, whilst you're heading back, you start to get out of the major part of the flamed city or town, sorry. And you get into the part where more survivors are being brought out and treated quickly before being brought outside of the gate. The gate comes into sight. You're on the main road strip heading through the town, the western section of the town. And a couple of guards are just escorting people. Okay, we're getting everyone out here now. All right, we should be able to clear up the rest of it soon. Okay. He looks across at your group. You're the ones that rescued those folks, eh? They spoke about you, a dwarf and a bear and everything they mentioned. So, I mean, we don't get that many type of folk around here anyway. It's good to see you.
We've slain the source.
What do you mean you slain the source? He's confused, thinking the fire must have started naturally.
Well-
Flame skulls of
A
some
conjured
sort.
being of a sort. We don't know the source, but
I'm gonna
he's
cast
playing the thing
minor
that started the
illusion,
fire.
Okay.
and I'm gonna say they look like this.
Okay, yeah, he looks down at the illusion of this goblin head with its kind of cackling mouth. Oh the gods! What the hell is that thing? I mean, that's what set the fire?
It appears
Two of
so,
them.
yeah.
It's only a conjuration, though. We don't know the being itself that made these is the problem.
We don't know if there's more.
Okay.
They also sounded like this. I'm gonna minor illusion again and make the gross, creepy cackling noise.
Okay.
We could hear them before we could see them. if anybody hears anything like that or sees anything like that, that's what was doing it.
Okay. Well,
Scold will place the insignias in his hand.
the
I'm
guard,
sure they've fought well.
he looks down at your hand, raises out his own hands to take them. Oh God, I didn't. Did these do this? If you pass across the insignias to him, he would hold them in his palm. I'll get these to the captain. Thank you. That was, you've saved a lot of people, I imagine. The captain might be waiting for you. I'm sure the elder wants to know what happened here. Okay, folks, keep it moving. Let's go. And he goes back to the crowd, just helping divert some of the traffic that's moving through to get out of this section of the town. Where'd you like to go?
Let's go
See the
see
captain.
that captain.
Okay. You head back over towards Captain Hagor, and he's talking to the elder, who you now can see is the man who was weaving the water magic, is now stood beside him. He's wearing these quite plain brown robes that go down, stained with black soot and some of the ash that's spread across it. He's looking down at him. He's a balding man, late middle age, probably late 50s, a wispy white beard, but still graying hair, and kind of sharp eyes. When I've dealt with the most of the problem, I can head on in and watch the rest of it, but...
Captain,
They both look towards you. Hagar looks straight. Aye. Good to see you. Did they find anyone?
we have a problem.
Aye, I mean, I know we got a problem. What do you mean?
This foe had no ears.
I'm gonna minor illusion it again, and I'm gonna say, "This is what we found. 2 of them."
What did you do to that goblin? You burnt it.
Oh no, that's how it showed up.
Just the
Sounded
head.
like that.
The elder holds out a hand. A flame skull. But unlike a normal
No
one
ears
I've
to
seen-
collect.
No ears to collect. Understandable. And you saying you came across these things? The captain kind of goes a little quiet in this man's presence.
2 of them, yes. We killed them. But there were definitely 2
Two.
that we saw.
He runs his hand through his beard. I see. Hagel, have your men distribute the water. We'll keep pushing further into the city. You saw no more. We're absolutely sure of that.
We're sure that we saw no more. We're not sure that there aren't any more.
Very well. Right, we'll keep pushing into the city. Sakata blessings to you. That is, what you've done is a formidable feat. No small feat of magic, that. All right. I'll gather as many men as I can, and we'll clear the rest of the flames. But, Captain, you should see them well compensated. And the elder walks past, and the captain kind of looks a little bit confused, being given orders by this man. Aye, of course. Whatever he said. Aye, we can pay you gold for that.
They had none. Eyes. They had none.
Oh. Okay. I mean, well, what we can do is, I'm not too sure what the going rate of that is. I can give you the goblin rate times 2, maybe.
What's the goblin rate?
30 gold the goblin.
30 gold a goblin times
Hey.
2, so 60. And really, we would have had 4, because 2 on each of them. So, and 4 ear. It was just per ear, not like per pair of ear. It was per ear.
It
It was per ear.
I mean, we
Really clearly, it was per ear. You said.
but
per-
that's not how we do it. It's always an
They're
ear.
just
it's a
heads
set.
that were flying and shooting fire.
Yeah, this was a greater foe than just a goblin. These were conjurations.
Killed them. I
Okay.
feel like
I'm gonna roll. Can I roll persuasion?
Okay.
I'm gonna shrug and say,
I think we saved the whole town.
Roll persuasion.
"12."
Okay, I mean, the town's still a little bit on fire, and it was my men's work that saved the town there, but
I think we saved the northwestern part of the town, absolutely. Also, we did put out a few fires because a funny thing, they kind of suck the fire into them, and
Which we
heal.
totally knew was going to
And
happen and used to our
so-
advantage.
we attacked. They had to heal. They
We saved
sucked the
family?
fire out of some of the buildings.
Saved family.
We
We
also
also
stopped the
stopped- yeah,
source
we
of the
also-
fire, which was them.
Do you know what we saved? We knocked down a door. We can
Aye.
find that family for sure. I don't know if there's a fee for that as well, but I think we would probably be willing to like get rid of that fee and not even deal with that if we just did, the 60 per ear, which would be times 4.
Yeah,
I
we're
think would
giving
be
you a really good deal
fair.
actually for our service.
roll a persuasion check with advantage. As we
I love
only
how OG turned this from 30 per ear, and somehow it's now 60 per ear in this conversation. It just keeps going
I
up.
love
Literally
money.
okay, so roll a persuasion check.
Who's rolling?
19.
Okay,
Who's
yeah.
got the
There
best
you go.
persuasion?
That's perception.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
wait.
perception.
I
Persuasion
clicked
check
the wrong one.
with
Sorry.
advantage, please.
22. Sorry.
Ooh, dog.
Ooh.
Are we getting paid?
Yeah.
Not fine.
60 gold per ear.
Didn't the elder just say you whatever you
The rate times
I'm not
230
arguing with
times
you.
2.
Okay, I got. You hear people going, Captain, we're gonna need your help. Okay.
Far more deadly than goblins.
I get it, and maybe there will be more goblins there anyway. So
They
60
breathe
gold per
fire.
ear. Okay, 60 gold per ear. We'll do that for you. I mean, you couldn't have just done this out of the goodness of your hearts, could you? That's fine.
Oh,
okay.
but we did.
You brought up payment before we even went in.
Yeah, we were happy to do this free, but the
We
second
just
you
we
bring
saw
up
the fire. We
compensation,
ran down
need
the
a
hill to
fair
come and
wage.
help.
Kind of
And then you said we'd get paid.
his face is kind of just squirming up a little bit. I've got to go. You're getting your 240 gold. Okay, head to the eastern garrison. All right. Quit bothering me. And he walks back over towards his guards, just a little flustered and panics that he's just lost a little bit more gold than he was willing to spend. But
No.
and they start dealing
Aw.
with it. You start seeing that
I'll get reimbursed.
almost poetically, by the time you've already stepped outside of the town again, what was once panic is now seeming as a bit more of a calming oversight from all of the people around you. It seems like they believe they have it under control. It seems like they're confidently pushing the flames back. The flames aren't spreading anymore, and you can see already with their magic and with the amount of them that are putting the effort in, they're already fighting back the flames in just the last few minutes that you've been arguing over gold.
It's really arguing. It was just holding someone to the deal that they
Well,
that they clearly stated at the beginning.
I'm not arguing myself, but it's you've done well. So you can realize at this point now that they probably don't need much more of your help. You've dealt with the threat inside the burning part of the town. People who are now somewhat refugees, somewhat homeless and damaged are seeing to one another. You see as a large group of them are heading around the southeastern side of the town toward the other gate. The man with his child and his wife nearby, he leaves them for a moment, walks over to you. Looks straight at Timothy. You saved our lives. We're one of the lucky ones who came out without a scratch here. And that wouldn't have been the case. What's your name?
The name's Timothy, friend.
I'm Fen. And if you ever need any help around the town, I'm anything my family can do, a place to stay, anything. We will. I mean, he kind of looks down, realizing that he's offered a place to stay when he doesn't have one to offer out. Maybe just, maybe just a kind word at the tavern. I'm actually, I work at the tavern closest to us, but if you come on by, maybe we can. I know a round of drinks isn't going to make up for it, but it's a start. Whenever you come on by, and you head on in, just come down to the tumble down bullywug, and I'll get you some drinks. He heads back towards his family with a little kind smile, and they join the crowd heading off towards the eastern gate. So whatever you do next is up to you.
What's that dumb goblin?
He's actually been unusually quiet, trying to keep himself
I
low
did
profile.
look back at him.
During the fight, he was very much at the back, kind of sweating away, holding his cloak around him tight. And right now, he is doing his utmost best to hide any features that might give him away, keeping in the shadow of everyone in your group, especially whenever he hears the word goblin. He kind of eyes up at you.
Your ears are worth 30 gold each.
Oh, please don't. I really would like to keep my ears.
He kind of looks to Fia and Saphira and Basil.
You wouldn't let him do that. I mean, you wouldn't let him.
Live without
Honestly,
your ears, you know. You don't need them. You could just have
kinda
the
thought-
holes on the ears, you know. It maybe be a better look. Who knows?
That's right.
Yeah, it's true, you know. Your ears are pretty ugly, so it would probably be doing you a favor.
I can pay you for my ears. Make sure I'll compensate you 30 gold. When I
But
get it.
maybe you should, you know, be a bit more, because we can get 30 gold right now just by giving you your ears. Maybe 60 gold per ear, just like this, you know.
Roll an intimidation
Oh my
check,
God.
but with charisma because you're doing it vocally.
Wait, you want me to use? Okay.
Could you use either or if she wants to? Because one's higher.
If
Yeah,
she used strength, it would need to be done through physical kind of prowess.
My intimidation is using charisma anyway. I think.
Just hold them up while you do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's the official way to do it.
16.
Oh my god.
How much did you say?
Poor Silk.
She said
16.
60 golden
She
ear.
said, yeah.
Oh, 60 gold. Yeah.
He looks up at you.
Okay, I'll get you 60 gold in here. Look, I know where gold is. I can take you there. Just
It's fine. She just pats him on the head now. Just like them. It's okay now.
She was joking. You're so
I just kind
cowardly.
of stand behind him and like put my
We
hand
were
on his shoulder.
joking, everyone.
He looks up
I
at
was joking.
he looks up at Skull with like the most pissed off expression, just lowers his mouth.
cowardly. I'm in a town where people want to fucking kill me, and you just sold out. You're gonna go and kill goblins. Of course I'm scared.
And then just pulls his mask back up, just visibly shaking.
I'm gonna pat
It's
his
okay,
shoulder. I'm gonna be like, so that's what you like when you're part of a group. That's what you do, right? You joke around. You like
We joke.
tease each other a little bit. Like no one's gonna cut off your ears.
Oh, I'm fucking laughing. Okay, I'm laughing my ass off right now at all of your jokes.
It was a little bit. Honestly, it was a little bit funny. I'm sorry. It was a little bit funny though.
He just
I want
kind
you
of
to take your ear.
glares away.
Because Saphira just like give him his ear a little pinch, just a little piss take pinch, a little
my
tug.
God.
He just squats your hand.
Look, this is why I didn't want to come to Karburn. I don't like goblins.
Well, do you
Yes,
think
because they
goblins?
burned the town down. What do you
Yeah,
expect? I would not like someone who burned my town either.
But that doesn't mean all goblins are bad guys. Like, Silk is coming around.
Not really.
Yeah.
He tried to run away on the back of the bear.
Besides,
With my
Yeah,
cloak,
but-
Silk, I'm still a little.
look, besides, there's like thousands of people here. They've got spare buildings and people.
Well, they,
Shrugs his
Oh,
shoulders.
I don't know about that logic, Silk, but you're not really helping me defend you, buddy.
okay. I think we should get to the barracks and get paid before anybody decides to change their mind on what a potential flame skull goblin ear that doesn't
We getting
exist
paid a
bounty
lot,
would
but
be.
we not getting paid a lot. You know what I mean?
I know
Look.
what you mean.
Anytime you make a deal with someone for money, you get that money. You don't ever
Don't
leave
get the
money on the
money then.
table. You make a
Well,
deal
what
with
if-
somebody, they say they're going to pay you, you get paid. And I'm going to go get paid.
She likes
Oh.
money.
What if
I
they
like
can't
money.
afford
Everyone
It's a
likes
deal.
money.
You-
Let's go.
You hold up your end of the bargain. You can't just not pay somebody if you say you're going to pay. It's shitty. Which way is east? Where's the barracks?
East is east.
That way.
All right, let's go that way.
You can see the whole crowd of people that have been moving along and heading towards the eastern gate are probably going in the right direction. You would have heard their talk and every odd word talking about how it's safe over in the east, etc., etc. So you can join walking alongside everyone that's going that way. The injured, the people who've just lost their homes and whatnot, the people that can't really help out with the water supplies or those that aren't necessarily needed right now. Just to the south of you, along this side of the river, is where all of the crop fields are, all of the livestock fields are, and so when people are moving through this point, they are very much passing through farm territory with the wall of the town to your left. And it would take you a good probably 15-20 minutes of walking before you would get towards what is clearly the eastern part of the gate, the eastern part of the town. The eastern part of the town actually has a slightly higher wall as well. It looks like it's the nicer part of the city. I keep calling it a city, it's a town. But the gate itself is the most fortified part of it, and it's open as it's letting people through, and the guards here look less rushed, and they're making sure people are just coming through in an orderly fashion. And you can see as others who are walking around in these more white robes are helping bring the injured inside and take them off as you enter into the town from the eastern gate. It's early day at this point. You're still kind of for the most part you've not rested, so you're feeling the burn of the last few hours. Ever since you fought against those rocky cliffs, you woke up early just for the rock sighting. This all happened in the same day. So the side of this part of the town is almost a complete juxtaposition of what the other side is, where you saw chaos and panic before. This part of the town seems almost peaceful. A lot of small alleyways between tightly nooked buildings, with most of the buildings here around 2 stories. Again, the nicer part of it. Less thatch roofing, more wooden and cobbled walls. This part of the town, you would see shops and whatnot as you enter through. You can stick on the main road, or you can kind of go around looking. You'd see to one side of you, this great temple, closer to where the market square would usually be set up. You see this great temple of white marble and an archway, very familiar in terms of almost like a cathedral look to it. And you see white-robed people bring in some of the injured inside there, and a lot of the people are kind of going off into the temple to seek refuge. Timothy, you'd recognize this temple as a temple to Somra. Somra is the goddess of healing, dreams, and rest. So the people that are working in this temple right now, and the people who are involved in it, would be healers of sorts, and they'd be people that can help the injured. You're stood close to the center of the town now, or the center of the eastern part of the town. Right in this point of the market square is a great stone rock statue, a fountain, where the water is flowing around it, moving around its kind of waist and around its claws. And you see the stone rock there, and you notice that this is clearly a very symbolic thing of the town. It's almost like their idol, the town's idol. But you're stood right in the center. There's a lot of people out and about talking about the fires, some watching in the distance. It does look a couple of miles away at this point, right at the other end of the furthest part away from this town. And so the people over here look undamaged, and it's eerily peaceful, just how this side of the town is untouched. Wherever you'd like to go, it's up to you.
I think we could all use a little rest, potentially.
Okay.
What do you say, guys?
Not in agreement with that.
Have we collected the coin?
No, you haven't headed over towards the... He told you to head to the eastern barracks, or garrison.
Maybe we should, just calm down and recollect our thoughts and then go collect the gold.
I don't
We
want
go get the money first, and then we go get some sleep and calm collected, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to, I don't know what the phrase is, beat a dead horse, I think I've heard, or just but I do feel like when you have the advantage,
The
you
dead horse.
really should collect the money before
She really
anybody
likes
changes their mind.
I love that he
It's
said
not
that
about,
twice.
do you know what it's called? It's not about the money per se. When
Then
you
let's
make a
leave the
deal,
money.
no, we're
Let's
getting
not leave the money.
It's partially about the money, but it's also about your word. And they made a promise to us that they would pay us, and I'm going to make them follow through with their word. We followed through with our word to investigate. We saved people. We killed skulls or whatever. They might be dead. I don't really know
Can
what
they
their
see the
life
barracks?
status is.
Do they know where it is that they need to go? Or are there any signs
You
indicating
probably have to go and
where they
ask
can go?
around a bit.
Big time.
It's quite, again, the town's quite dense with different buildings in different places. It's to anyone who hasn't really been in many towns or that are close to cities, and at least in the style and the design and the architecture, it's an overwhelming feeling where you're not really too sure. There's a lot of people walking around. It's almost somewhat overpopulated, the town, so you'd probably have to ask around if you wanted to find directions. It's not easy to see where
Saphira
the
would
garrison
just
might be.
sort of wave her hands at the nonsense of these guys bickering about the
Okay.
pedantics of the wording, and grab the nearest person and ask, where can I find the barracks?
You stop a halfling who's kind of walking through and tap him. He goes, hello there. The barracks? Oh, the garrison. Okay. Yeah. It's if you carry on across the road, and you don't take a right, ever take a right. You just carry on going, and the last left. That's where you got there, and you'll see it. It's got a wall and everything.
Get them to the left.
Oh, you just keep on the road. Again, just keep on going. Don't take a right. All the way to the end. And you want to take a left right at the end. It's a big left turn.
No right. So just straight ahead all the way, and then take a left, follow the road. No right and no right.
Right, yeah. And also there's some left
Right.
turns that you don't want to
Okay.
take. But the
Oh,
road will be
okay, which
bigger,
left?
so it's the biggest road that you want to take when you get
Right.
all the way down
Wait
to
to
the
take
left.
the biggest left road, yeah?
Right, yeah, actually, hold on.
Right. Wait, I have to take a right? I thought you said
Actually,
no
no,
right.
You are right. No, it is in the right, because you have to... Where are we at? He's kind of situated... Sorry, I get my bearings. No, it is the farthest on the left. You keep going down, take a left, take the last left. It'll look like there's a bigger left coming up, right? But just past the...
Is there any buildings I should look out for to take a left by this building?
Aye, yeah, aye, there is. I mean, you carry on going left, and then if you
Right.
come across, there's the Brewing Guild. You can't miss that. It's got a
Right.
great big tankard right in the front. I go there often. If you
Brewing
go past
Guild.
that Brewing Guild, don't take that
Right.
left. Take the next left after that, and that'll get you up
Right,
to the garrison. Aye.
Right, okay, take the left after the not the left after the Brewing
not-
Guild, but the one
aye.
after that one, the next one, right?
Yes,
right?
not the one next to the Brewing Guild. You don't want it up there. That's gonna get you lost, and then you're gonna have to take a right. You see?
Oh, right,
I said no rights.
Uh-huh.
So keep going, take a left.
Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
I don't think he knows where the garrison is.
What do you mean? He said he just go follow the big road, and then don't take a right, no rights, and then take a left at the after the brewing guild, but not the first left, the second left. Yeah.
We'll
Lead the
follow you
way.
then.
Yeah, Saphira, lead the way.
Okay, Saphira, newfound little confidence, struts on, leading the way. Yeah, she knows exactly where she's going. All right, let's go.
Roll. I'm gonna say roll a survival check, right?
Survival
This
check.
is like a.
Oh my god.
The urban city is a confusing one.
Survival check, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 22. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
When Saphira says she knows where she's going, she knows where she's going. She doesn't take the wrong
She
left.
knows it.
Even when a couple of people might suggest, like, "Oh, this is the no, this is not the left." You carry on going. You see as
Trust
you
me,
come past.
I know which left it is.
It's almost warehouse-like building with a great tankard on the front that moves up and down on just like kind of a slight just little as you just see this tankard rise up and down, and it says on the front of it, Half Fuller's Brewing Guild. There's a left turn there, and you carry on going ahead, and you pass another building, and then there's another left, and that's the wider road that you can see just straight up there. You see a walled garrison-looking barracks building with kind of a couple of arrow towers which are manned. It seems to be almost like a it's somewhat of a keep, but it's not really a keep. It's just a small kind of densely defendable building.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so you want to head up towards the garrison. Okay, so when you head up towards it, you would see as a couple of guards are outside. They're wearing the same insignia and everything as before. There's less people up this road. Not many people need to really come up here. You're mostly just a couple of soldiers and whatnot. One of them stops you. He's holding a spear to his side. Hi there. What can we do for you?
Hello. We are here to collect bounty. We were sent by Captain Hagor and the Elder. I didn't really catch his name, but he sent us over here.
Do you know which bounty? We've got a few.
Oh, yeah, I do. Goblin ears, only they were magical skulls, so it's twice the rate of the regular goblin ears, and there were 4 of them. But we already, yeah. So,
Okay.
So 240. So 60 times 4.
I've got to confirm with the lieutenant, but if you just hold here for a second, looks across
Absolutely.
to the guard next to him and heads on inside through the double doors behind him. He's gone for a few minutes. The other guard just stands vigilantly, just stand there, staring straight ahead. Doesn't ask any questions. Before you see this younger man step out. He has flowing hair that seems to be well treated. He's clean shaven, very charming expression. Late 20s. He comes out. Hi, what can I do for you?
Oh, hello. We are here to collect a bounty. Well, 4 bounties.
4 bounties. All right, if you'd follow
1
me
bounty
inside.
times 4.
Okay. My man said goblin ears. Is that correct? Magical
Yes,
goblin ears?
goblin ears. Magical
Yes,
goblin ears.
there was no goblin, but there was a flame skull goblin kind of
There were
thing.
these,
and
I minor illusion the.
we killed 2. He promised us 240 gold.
Who promised you this?
Captain what's his name?
Captain Hagor and the Elder had a conversation about it, and the Elder said twice the going rate for goblin ears, which was 30, so that would be 60. And of course, every goblin head, as you can see, and I make it turn, has 2 ears, so 60 times.
Right. You didn't say right here.
There's no ears.
It's no. I understand.
They don't have ears, you know.
It doesn't
they
have
just
ears.
pick flame
ash.
skull. You know, they
just-
try to burn down all the houses, but we stop it. So we also save some people. So...
Ash.
Captain said eye, but there's no eyes either.
So you have
No eye, just skull. Flaming
ash.
skull, actually, quite
pi-
hot.
pile.
Yeah. And
It's
flame
really
wall,
disturbing.
actually.
roll
Really,
a.
they cackle, and I do the cackle. Illusion.
say, fear roll a persuasion check with disadvantage, as you have no physical proof that you've just defeated a couple of things,
Ooh.
a couple of monsters.
Shit.
Fuck. 13.
Look, I'm not going to call you people liars. It's just that we have to be sure there's a process with this, and
Absolutely.
a hefty amount of money. I have to wait for Dagor's word on this. If you'd like to pop back tomorrow.
Okay.
We
When
can,
is he? What are his hours? When is he in? When should we?
Well, I
back.
assume he's dealing with the fire right now, so his hours are busy.
Right. so
we just
how
dealt
would
with
we
the
know?
fire too, you know. So I think that we
Yeah, we
should
were-
get fairly compensated. Yes.
We were actually in the
Okay,
fire.
sure.
We actually Timothy
aren't
here
our
broke down a
clothes-
door to save
Yeah.
a family.
I did.
Are our clothes like
what's his
blackened
name?
a little bit or anything, or any kind of indicators that we look like we just came from the fire area?
Yeah, I would say you
Smell fiery.
You've definitely you have a smell like you've been at a campfire for a long time. You've got this kind of sit on you because you haven't washed. Have you?
I mean, obviously, we understand that Captain Hagar is busy. Certainly, was very busy. We were talking to him, and that's obviously not an issue. I wasn't really trying to be a little bit snidey when I said what were his hours. I just meant that how would we know if you would talk to him? Should we just like keep coming back? That's weird and awkward, and I don't want to just keep
okay.
pestering you.
Gold rubs his neck and turns around during this, and as he's walking away, just says,
I'll come back tomorrow.
Appreciate that. Thank you. If you're staying anywhere familiar, perhaps if a man comes in the meanwhile, I can have the gold sent to you.
Do you have any recommendations of somewhere to stay? We're new to
how
the.
much you
We
looking
saw
to
the
spend?
fire, and we. Well, I mean,
We should
not
have the
that
inn.
much because we're waiting. But
I say to Fia. Well, that family we saved. They said they had an inn, right?
I thought it was
Right.
a tavern.
The tavern, yeah.
Tavern. Tavern should have rooms, right?
Maybe.
Right,
There's
right.
What
there's
was
a
the name
couple
of
of
that?
inns in the town. Yes.
Oh, what was it called again? I don't
the
remember.
Bollywog.
Pollywog.
It's
No.
the Tumble Down Bullywog.
Upturned. Okay, I was
There
close.
it is.
Have you? Does
The-
that one have room?
The Tumble Down
The
Bullywog. It's not the nicest place, but it might have room. It's just outside the gate heading to the western section of the city, but I mean the flames haven't reached there. I know that for sure because we have not been called out to that part of the defense. So I suppose.
Like you can bring our gold to the upturned bully. Wait, what? The turned over bully.
Tumble down, I think.
Tumble
The Tumble
down.
Down Bullywog. Yes.
Tumble down Bollywog. Yeah.
Okay. I can.
Great.
Sure. I'll have a man sent there if Dago confirms your story.
Okay. Your name was?
My name is. I'm Lieutenant. I've lost my note. I had his name on the screen. It kind of mumbles for a second. I am Lieutenant Penn. Lieutenant Mathen Penn.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well,
Lieutenant
it's a pleasure
Mathen
to
Penn.
make your acquaintance, Lieutenant Mathen Penn. I'm
You
Fia.
have very nice hair. Basil's
Yeah,
just
shit.
trying to like be on good graces after making such a scene with all
Doesn't
these
have hair?
people.
He's got
he has
very,
flowing
very
hair.
nice
He's
hair.
got flowing,
Yeah, he's got a
beautiful hair.
Very flowing, kind of blonding hair.
Yeah, that's right.
He looks.
You know, I mean-
Basil. Thank you. So do you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're staying at the at the Bollywog, so if you're off duty and you'd like to come have a drink, why don't you come on down and
Is he handsome?
say hi.
He's a good-looking guy. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Do you want to roll a persuasion check with disadvantage?
I follow Scold's.
I wasn't really
Scold's
trying to
walk
test. It
away.
was just an awkward trying to. Sure, let's do it. 19.
Ooh.
Suppose I could deliver the gold myself.
Oh, well,
If I'm
that would be
passing through that way?
fantastic.
I suppose. Sure. I'll bring the gold.
Okay, great. All right, well, we'll see you there at some point. Are they gonna
See
just
you
turn around
and your
walk
hair.
away?
You see him kind of just like smile for a moment, and he turns to one of his guards who's looking at him. Straighten up, stare ahead, and then walks back straight back inside, and the door's closed behind him. Okay.
All right, shall we to the inn?
Right, let's go.
Yeah, I guess with our own money.
Skulder's waiting just up the road.
Is there
Yeah.
anything?
You know, I
we
think
need
we
to see
should start
anything
getting
here?
receipts. You know, write something down, give us a note. You know, make it life a little bit easier.
An IOU, maybe.
Could just come back tomorrow.
Do you know what I could
He's
have done?
he's gonna hand deliver the gold to a skull.
Do you
Isn't
know-
that great?
Do you know what I should have done? I should have just walked up like looking like Hagor, right? And been like,
Oh, you
I
want
need
to cheat
pay them.
But
Sure.
That's a good
That's a good
idea.
idea.
honest.
I
That's a
should
good
have just
idea.
done that.
That's so
That's not. You know
I mean,
what?
they're
That's
gonna
not
pay
okay.
us.
No,
don't need to
point is,
deceive them like that.
point is, they're
Not dishonest,
The
right?
point
He's
is the
going to pay
word.
us anyway, right? It just make it a little bit faster.
I'm
you know?
hungry. I think we should just go eat.
All
Are we just gonna go back there? Do we want to look around here? Is there like a food stall?
I don't know. I don't want to think about money anymore.
I always think about money.
Now you understand.
Totally not about the money.
Principal. Well, do we want to? Is there anything to see over here? Do we know? Want to just go back to the Bollywog and see if the flames
What was
have reached
the
it?
tankard thing again? What was the brewery?
Oh, yeah.
Right? The brewery.
That
Yeah,
sign was great.
It said the Half Fullers Brewing Guild.
they probably have
We could
food,
go
right?
check the brewing guild, yeah.
We could, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
I'm okay
Say,
with that.
Timothy, you want? Yeah. Okay. Skull.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who's the hungry bear?
Me. I
All right, that settles it. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys head out over towards the back down the street. It doesn't take you long to get back to the Half Fullers Guild. You ahead of you, you've got a door with kind of almost like a novelty tankard handle to go with it. So it's like a frothing tankard of ale as a handle to the door.
It's awesome.
Who's going in first?
Oh, Basil will go in. He's got his chest out. He's feeling good, getting some food with his friends.
You
It's his best day ever.
You immediately, as you step through, you can hear like songs being sung between a bunch of dwarves. Being, I then the goddess, they're all in dwarvish, just laughing. You see a lot of just boisterous attitudes in the background. There's a small desk in front of you with an entrance, a wider entrance, which doesn't have a door to its left, and you can kind of see past that desk all of the different brewing machines, and they've got giant kegs that are being rolled by a bunch of different dwarves that are moving them across, and they're creating a bunch of different ales in there. It's like a factory warehouse in the background. Right ahead of you, though, is a dwarf, quite rightly, with a mug of ale in front of him. A very large one, like he doesn't want to get up often. Just sat there, and he's the one who has to work the desk today, so he's just sat there looking at you. He's got a ginger beard and ginger kind of flowing hair down inside, and he sits there in just plain clothing.
Hello.
Oh dear, how do you do?
Basil's gonna look back at his group and he's like, I like this place. Do you have food
And drink.
as well as drink, obviously?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we do have our lunches. We bring those in, but just mostly ale here. You
We
drink,
can do some ale, right?
I'm fine with that.
Snacks.
eh? I mean, sometimes we pack snacks for our own comfort.
What snacks do you have? What is your lunch today?
I've got a sandwich.
Is this
I
a...
can take your
Are
sandwich.
we allowed to come in here and drink?
You can come in here and drink, of course. You have to buy it, though.
Great.
I mean, we usually
Okay,
sell to the
okay.
taverns and whatnot, but we're always looking for more company. And he looks across you. Hey, and a dwarf as well. A free drink for every
yes.
dwarf. And he just looks directly
Absolutely.
at Timothy. Hey, we got the best ale around. Ah, fellas, Brewing Guild. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I mean, what do you guys want? Are we hungry? Or do we just want to get drunk?
Let's just get
Yeah.
drunk.
I want to
Yeah,
get
you're-
drunk right now.
All right,
Why not?
let's
All right,
Yeah,
Exactly.
let's get some ales all around. Huh?
yeah.
Ales all around. She gives a
Okay.
little tap on his little table.
He kind of looks in his drunken streak. He's looking down at the table, not really realizing no one comes in here to buy drinks usually. It's like a distillery, so he's confused that you've turned it into a bar.
It's like an ale tasting
Hey,
tour.
I'll get tasters. Why not? Why not? And you see him kind of stumble up and walk off. Hey, boys! We got a few people want to try our ale. Hey, we do, yeah. Big ones too. And then you just see a couple more of them come over, and they've got various just taster mugs, and they just put them across the desk in front. Hey, try it. That's a fire ale over there. That one's a more bitter one. We use an ox sweat in that one. That one there is it's got a secret ingredient in it. It's all part of Hops' great journey. Greatest blow you've ever met.
I love it. Yeah, everyone? I want
Yeah.
to try the
Yeah.
secret ingredient one. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
grab
don't
that
know.
one.
I'm not really bitter.
I want to try the secret ingredient.
Can I
Oh,
sniff the
God.
secret ingredient one to ascertain the
Is it just
secret ingredient?
one, or is it? How many are there?
I'm gonna, yeah, go for it. Try it.
This is a perception with smell.
Yeah, yeah, because of your racial trait.
18.
Oh my god.
You can smell iron.
Oh.
A heavy smell of like blood, like iron almost.
I down it.
Okay.
I drink
I don't
Down.
I don't tell them what it is. I just say, I'll have the ox one.
Okay, yeah, you take the ox one. Timothy drinks down the one to the right, the secret ingredient one. It does taste like, first you're getting these hints of just kind of a bitter ale, and then somewhat tastes like blood. That feeling of that feeling of, have you ever tasted like a copper coin? That just very coppery taste is on the back of it.
Cool.
That fills your mouth. Your one, though, Scott, if you drink it, is far smoother.
Look at these
Strangely,
tasters.
it's very tasty. It's got like a sweetness to it. Hey, these are some of my best ones. He's working on another right now, though.
Yeah,
what
what's
was that one?
Does that one have a secret ingredient?
He looks to
Or
another
just
door.
An ingredient.
They're not made to say.
The secret
But it's-
ingredient's just iron.
I bet it's really good.
He looks at the other one. No, it's not.
What is it then?
Secret. Dragon blood.
Can I make an investigation check as I drink this to see if I can taste what it is?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because I've dealt
Can
with
I
enough
grab-
metals in my life. Oh, that one, huh?
Nice.
I'm too drunk at this point.
Yeah, hit you hard. Hit you hard.
Lightweight.
How big were the drinks?
A sizable ale. These are almost
Okay. Did he
closer to
just bring
pitchers.
3?
Yeah.
And did he just? Okay.
Okay.
And Saphira would ask for the ox one.
Okay, it's in the hands of Scold at the moment.
Can we get
She
another
wants.
one?
She wants another one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, we get more taste. More of the ox sweat. Hey, more of the ox
Which
sweat.
one's it?
She enjoys it. And then
Yeah.
you see a dwarf go to the back and get it. Oh, the ox sweat. That's what people enjoy.
Is there like a sweet one? I don't really like bitter
The ox
stuff.
sweat.
Like a-
Hey, the ox
Oh
sweat.
yeah, I'll take one of those.
Hey, okay.
Tell me about what's the new one though? You got ox sweat. You got dragon's blood.
I like this one that I have.
It's the hot sweat. But you ain't upset at me. If I told you
Oh.
about that one.
He's the one
Uh,
that made all of these.
Aye.
What's your name?
Oh, well, I'm Falcon, but everyone calls me Flagon.
Ah,
What do you prefer to be called?
He kind of in just a state of just.
No one's ever
Tell-
asked him before.
I'm not too sure.
Huh.
Brighthammer.
Bright.
Brighthammer it is.
Ah.
Brighthammer!
He raises his tail.
I know the last one I'm gonna go right
The other
hammer.
tankards are delivered.
Saphira would grab the og sweat tankard almost in a kind of like confrontational way to Scald and just like stare him in the eye as she like downs her entire tankard.
Right, he'll reciprocate. Sure.
Once she's finished, she'll slam it back down and she's like, another.
Any more of this special one?
Another.
They look. The one beside him isn't drunk. It's not really a. This isn't.
Another.
I just want tasters. I mean, they're like.
I
the
didn't get a
brew.
good enough taste of it. Yeah.
He didn't make a good enough taste.
The other one's like. Goes into the back, pours some more, brings them back. You all get extra drinks. Before he goes
Bright
into the
hammer.
bag. Ah! He drinks down his own one.
It's good to have people in here. I hate working the desk. I'm not really suited for it, you know. I believe myself to be a bit of a blower myself, but they say that I'm irresponsible. Apparently, I'm not allowed to drink from the
no.
tap, but I say how best to know what it tastes like.
And he kind of goes into an emotional state. At this point, you see, for the first time, a very noticeable, the only non-dwarf in the back here in this Brewers Guild, a short gnome with quite a large head. He's got this kind of slicked back hair that's almost yellowish golden, and a tiny little moustache on his mouth.
Out of my way, out of my way. Oh,
He pulls a stool, steps up to her.
what are you doing? You dismissed, Brighthammer?
Oh, Mr. Hobbs, okay. Of course, I'll go.
He kind of gets up, walks into the back, and the gnome looks across you.
Trying to drink me dry, are you? Ha! Why?
Oh.
If you like drinks, you have to pay for them.
No, that's what we thought this was. We got directions. We had an appointment at the garrison, and then we saw your amazing sign.
Hi,
And
this is
the
treat,
directions told
truly.
us that they come in here all the time. So are we not supposed to do? They brought out tasters. Is this not?
Oh, yes, tasters, of course, but we don't really have customers in here. We do a distribution service. We're a guild.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you have meat?
I make, well, actually a little bit, but not for sale.
Okay.
For
Well,
processing.
You should open up like a maybe like a brewing guild
Yeah, you
and
guys could-
and a bar on the side. You know, you get more customers,
Make
make
so
more
much
Why don't
money.
you
You
have
know, this is
bar on
bad
this?
business
This is
practice you have right now.
Fantastic.
I'm not looking for customers. I hate customers. I'm looking
oh.
for people to try the greatest brews they've ever tried.
The
We've tried
greatest
it.
brew. Now you need to open the bar so people can enjoy it. You know.
I have not tasted the greatest brew.
Yeah, this is good, but
And you want to
Not
taste the
really.
greatest brew. Do you?
Yes.
Yes.
these are nice.
There's a better one.
Good.
I mean,
You see his eyes kind of just squirming for a second.
You don't like the brews that I've given you already? You don't
Maybe
like
this
It is
the
better
best
at
you
home.
have.
I've got better.
Better at home.
We should leave.
no, we should
wait.
taste the better
It
one.
says he has better. Have we
Well,
tried
like-
the better?
Falcon!
Oh.
You see him, he'll step back over.
In the back, you'll find one casket. It says, do not touch.
Hey. Touch it, bring it here, and bring more tankards. On the double. And then you see him stumble away and he rushes off.
You'll be sorry. You don't insult my brews, not in my brewery. That does not happen here.
And he's just antsy waiting as he comes in with this just a small casket here, places it on top of it, and then pierces the little tap onto it, takes away this cork, puts a tap onto it, and starts pouring it in. You see this one, it's almost a swirl of colors before it starts getting to that familiar ale, froth, and darker point. It almost mixes into it. Magical. Magical.
Can I smell it?
You can.
$11.
It smells awful. It smells terrible.
Smell terrible for everyone, or can only Scold smell it?
Scold especially, it stings for you with your immense nose and your
As
ability
a
to...
dwarf, does it smell terrible to me?
Nah.
At your level of intoxication.
Yeah, I'm
Fair.
fucked right now.
Even at the drunken state you're in, it smells a little foul. Not as foul as you as Scold his face would make out to be, but even a little foul.
I offer my hand out and I say, "Let me take a sip. I'll be the judge."
Skull buries his nose in his elbow.
Okay. You take a sip. Can you please roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh God.
What?
15.
It burns going down, and not the burn of a whiskey. Quite literally, it burns. But you manage to kind of take it. You don't. It doesn't hurt. After the first few seconds of just what feels like it's going to be agony, that dwarven stomach of yours nestles it in. You feel a rumble for a moment, then it passes. The taste on your lips, though, is absolutely awful. It is almost like someone squeezed dung water into a tankard and then let it sit for a few hours in the warmth. It is.
How do I
vile
feel
taste.
after though? Like physically,
Definitely more intoxicated. It's quite
Oh.
potent.
like a lot more than a regular brew.
Just the sip hasn't done amazing amounts for you, but it's a noticeable difference.
It smells most foul.
If you could take it, it's something worth it though.
It is.
It's better than anything I've had.
You're lying.
Oh,
Can I?
oh, I'm not. I'm a dwarf.
Saphira is gonna try and pour herself one as well, and do the same thing as Scald, where she just stares at him. She's willing to take a sip, just as if to show that she's more masculine and more strong than he is.
Okay,
And she
roll,
just
roll the Constitution saving throw, please, Saphira.
12.
You take 4 points of poison damage as it goes down your throat. You feel an intense amount of agony, and then you feel like your muscles start to lock up a little bit. You don't throw up, but you almost
Coxlayer,
do.
you don't look so good.
Are you? How is it?
Saphira's gonna just like hand into Scald, and she's like, I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine.
Look at hops. This is the best that you have.
Yes.
Really?
It is the greatest
Really?
brew to ever be made.
Great.
What kind of process went into making this to have such a visceral response from our two friends?
He looks straight across the
Visceral,
bathroom.
I love it.
Well, of course you do. Of course you do. It's out of the question for anyone not to like it. He looks straight at Basil. Are you asking for my recipe?
Should it smell like that?
Have you tried it?
Never.
Yeah,
Yes, have
drink
you tried
it.
Have you tried it?
You drink it.
Drink it.
Take a sip.
Did you
drink
only
this
make a
one.
little bit because it smells so bad that you couldn't bear to make more?
His eyes kind of arch up. It's perfect.
Hmm.
In every
everywhere.
I'm leaving.
He kind of looks down ashamedly. It's foul. It's foul. I know. I know. It's missing an ingredient.
What is it missing?
Acid batter. It's impossible to get.
Well, nothing's really impossible. It's just like highly improbable. Probably.
I suppose you could say that. It's... Well... Do you know what a kruthic is?
Do I?
Do we?
Really?
Trying to think. Who might know?
A what?
Timothy, roll a nature check.
Fingers crossed. 17.
17. You would have definitely heard of a kruthic. Never came across one. They are nest-like beings that live in hills and mountains. They have a queen and a hive mind creature. They are pests, and but more than pests, these things eat and kill people. So if a nest occurs in a mountain, it needs to be destroyed as quickly as possible. They put as many things down as they can to try and prevent them coming. They're these kind of four-legged, horrific creatures. The best way to describe their look is they look like... This is such a deep pool, but like a specific pool, but... You know the creatures in Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Attack of the Clones, in the arena scene with a big...
Yes.
Like,
with,
Yeah.
the four claw things.
yeah.
They're very
yeah.
much like a
Yeah.
smaller version of that. Well, it's a small thing, really, but I've calculated that all I need is the eggs from a queen. Would be
Would I
perfect.
know if that's dangerous or not?
You would know that is, it's like asking someone to, it's like asking someone to go into like the pits of hell and get something back. It's like, it is,
Oh my god.
the notion of it is like asking a spider to fly into a spider's web. It's, the queen would be amidst dozens, if not hundreds of these things, protected and
Okay.
very hard to
Well,
get
how
to.
hard is that?
So it's like hell. I say, how much better would that make this ale?
Would it cease to offend me?
Let's smell
I
it.
like it.
Yes.
For I am offended.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I do better. It's a science, really. So, yes. It would make it
Well-
the greatest ale of all time.
So you
My
just
eyes
need some
widen.
eggs.
What? He looks at Fear. I didn't hear.
That's it? You just need some eggs? I mean, how hard is that?
Kruthic eggs? Not too hard.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What are they called?
The eggs?
Kruthic? Yeah.
Kruthic.
What is that?
Well, they're
I
like...
feel like if it was really easy, you would already have them and you'd be crying here to us. But I also feel like, how hard is it, right? Like, aren't you guys called the half fullers? Right?
Yes.
Right. Isn't that like optimism? Shouldn't you be like, yeah, it's no problem, just go get some eggs? Like, that's what optimism is. You're being
You're
pretty
right.
pessimistic
I'm
about this
optimistic
whole
you
thing.
can get them for me. Perhaps.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes?
If we get these eggs, can we have a cut of the sales you make from this ale?
I'm gonna just proudly look over at Timothy, like, taking a breath.
Make a persuasion check.
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Oh god, that's not a good thing for
Drunk
me.
persuasion. Come on.
Oh, that's performance. Sorry. Reroll. Good thing that was a bad one. Oh, even worse. 3.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Cut off the sails. Are you mad? This is the greatest ale ever been. Eventually, I'll
Oh,
get
do
the
the
eggs.
greatest ale without
weird.
us, you know.
It's weird though, because
really
like we're
Egg.
not mad but you're
Go.
definitely really sad over this ale. Like it's pretty rank right now.
Probably make your life better if we get these eggs for you.
I am
I mean-
mad.
You guys just want to
He's
go back to
mad.
the tavern, leave this place, not get the eggs?
I want to
You
roll
just
to
throw it now.
intimidate.
How are you intimidating him? Just are you
I pound the table and I say, I am mad.
roll it through
I'm-
strength then.
Pissed off about how disgusting this beer is.
Okay, roll it through. Add your strength modifier.
Has Scald even drunk it?
Yeah.
He
No,
can
he
smell
smelled
it.
No, he smelled
Oh,
it.
he's- uh,
22.
I don't want to. I tell you what. Yes, a cut. Of course, a cut. Couldn't do it without you. 2%.
2%.
2? We're getting, I mean, a good cut of the ingredients, yeah?
It's just with look how many of us there are that math is a little bit awkward. It'd be easier if it was a better.
I'm kind of
Oh,
staring at Scold, just watching the mad face.
2% each. 2% each.
Each is still only 10%. We're getting a crucial ingredient for this. I look back to everyone and say this.
is it
It makes
8%.
this whole ale.
How
I say it
much?
loud enough so the gnome hears us.
20% final offer.
Each?
Not each. In total,
20%.
4% each.
All right. I think we could do that.
Where do
How
we
many-
find these creatures?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know
Oh.
if you sent anybody to
Oh,
go
you've got
get
an
You don't know our
adventurer?
nest.
Huh?
Them-
20%.
Since I've heard of these, do I know-
the right direction?
Do I know where they nest or whatever? Since I know of them.
Usually mountains.
Okay.
You're not too sure. It's never confirmed where they might be. But if you were to go and look into mountains in kind of the shallower parts of the Underdark, you might find them. And they consistently move around whenever a new queen is around. So, depends.
Do we have to do research now to figure out where these things live? You don't even know where they live, but you know that's the perfect ingredient for your ale.
There's been sightings of them before in the mountain beside us. It's just that, I'm not sure if a queen's been found. Sometimes
How
drones
many
go missing.
eggs do you need?
How much money do you want to make? The more eggs,
I mean, 20.
the more
That's how much
ale.
you make.
Well, the more eggs, the
Oh.
more ale.
I just want to clarify here. I'm sorry. I just, when you say 20%,
Yes?
do you mean 20% of this ale and all future sales? Or do you mean
Royalties?
20% of the batch that we bring back? That we can make?
Well, technically, that's the only ones I will be able to make, so that. Not giving you sale of
It's
all
just
my
that-
ales of all my kinds.
Right. It's just that then the way you said it was like, how much money do we want to make? And I just want to make sure that we're very clear on
Yes,
the
this
deal
is how it's going to work.
aspect of-
You're going to
The
get
more
as
eggs
many
we
eggs
get,
as
the
you
more we
can.
make.
Yes. I mass produce
How big are
whatever
the
I
eggs?
can. I don't know if I know how
Are
long.
they big?
I've never seen one. I just know its properties.
I think before
you
we
know
go, we
that
should
this is
leave
going
as
to be
much
the best
behind as we can.
ingredient.
Wait, what? I didn't hear. You guys spoke over each other, so I'm not too sure. What did
Yeah,
you
try
say?
to go.
Well, you know it's going to be the ingredient that you need, you know?
Yeah, if you've never held one, how do you know this is what you're missing?
It's missing the properties. It's got the certain properties I need. He rolls his eyes. It's a science. There's
It's
a
just
bit of
that-
reaction between two of the properties that are inside of it. The eggs have a certain acidic nature to them, which is very hard to find elsewhere. It's a sweet acid, believe it or not. this will react with the other ingredients to make the finest broth you've ever seen.
Oh, sweet acid. That's what it's missing. Yes. As the one who
So-
tasted it, I
Yes.
realize this.
Sweet
If
acid
we-
is in fruit.
More than
Sea
fruit.
barges?
I don't think I've tasted this acid that it's missing. I think we should go find these. I need
If
to
we-
try this.
Sorry, I just have one more question about the deal.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to do this. So, 20%, that's fine. But what if we bring back a lot of eggs? And it turns out that's not the ingredient you need. And then we've expended all this effort and carried back loads of eggs. I don't even know how big they are. I don't even know how many are going to fit in my bag.
She has a
And
point.
if I go through all that effort and I come back and now I have 20% of nothing because this ale is still terrible with those eggs, that's not a great deal. Do you know what I mean? Like how?
We risk our lives for nothing in that case.
I risk my business every day. It's practically the same.
We're not
Upfront
your
payment.
business. Yeah, up front. Maybe half up front.
If I give up front, I'm not giving 20%. What if
Well,
you
what
want
would
something
you
running
give?
off with it? He smiles and nods his head. Upfront payment, you join the guild.
Ooh, are
And
there
you're
perks?
legally obligated to
Join an
continue-
ale guild. I'm perking up to this opportunity because I love ale.
Like a job?
Yeah, what do we get out of that?
When?
You're
Does
How
that
do we
mean we're
get free
stuck
ale?
tied to this town?
What you get is you get the satisfaction of knowing that you are welcome in all the brewing guilds across the continent.
we're pretty friendly though. We're probably like
Timothy, you join. I will not join.
I will absolutely join. My eyes light up at this notice.
definitely don't
I'm
want a
not
job.
upfront paying anyone who's not joining. My reasoning being
I'll join.
upfront payment.
Well,
If you run off with my gold and you've joined the
Uh-huh.
guild, you're
Junior,
legally
how many-
stealing from me. To a point where the guild will have to enact its own investigation into it, and they'll look for you, and they'll speak to the various towns, and you will be arrested.
Joining this guild, do we get taste tests anywhere a brewery might be found?
That goes without saying, of course.
I'm in.
So
Okay.
What do we have to do? Do we need to like wear like a guild tabard or like what?
is it red?
Well, I've got a pin.
Oh,
Or the
well,
pin.
that's so bad.
What's the pin look like?
He rummages around in a little box and then pulls out the tankard symbol that's outside, but it is half full. The froth. Yeah, you can see the line in the middle of it where it's darker on the way down. Well, that's it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could we just, so we have to bring you the Krotix egg, right?
Yes.
Can't we just bring you the queen? And we have ale forever.
Ah, how big are they? Can we just bring
Bring the
those back?
queen.
You have a pen?
Nest it.
Bring me the queen. 50%.
Oh,
Do you have somewhere to put it? Are they big? Are they
I mean,
small?
Forever?
is it royalties from
I'll
now on?
give you
that's
50% of
50%
every
forever.
sale from that ale forever.
But what if that's not what you
Alright.
need? We still come back to it's not what you need.
I think we have a deal here. I think we bring queen, we get the drink forever, and we get 50% of all profits. Let's just bring queen.
Yes.
Let's just
Yeah,
I
where's
agree.
it gonna be?
That sounds easy enough, right, guys?
This is half full.
This queen is gonna be
Half full.
so huge, dude.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
gonna be so.
We wouldn't know that though, so it's fine.
We gotta bear
The
with
only
us.
person who would know it is drunk.
Yeah.
I think that we are going to need some ale for the road.
Is there like a library or anything around here we could read up on these? Is there gonna be like a hunting guild or a
hunting guild?
I don't know.
Not here.
Like if I wanted to learn more
the Temple
about.
of Sakata.
Oh yeah, well maybe they'll know. What
Most
we
likely.
need.
It's over in the western section, towards the north.
Oh, well, we have to go this way anyway to get to the, upside down, this way, left way, Bumblebee Tavern. So,
Tumbleway Pollywog.
Oh,
Tumble down Bollywog.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that one. Have you heard of it?
yes,
The Bollywog?
place.
Oh, that's not
know
very
the owners.
Well,
nice.
yeah, because of the fire, but
We saved the family that owns it, and they were very kind.
Can't be worse than your ale.
Ooh.
it does smell
Oh.
pretty bad.
I like
His
it.
face got all sad for a moment. It'd be
Okay,
better.
so we'll bring you the queen. Yeah, or the eggs, I guess, if she's not around, or I don't
She
know.
have to be
or-
around for there
Yeah.
to be egg,
Do
right?
you-
So we just take
wait,
her
so-
instead.
Your part of this is you better have somewhere to put her. Aren't you at all? Like, do you have a farm or a
Get her like a box or something for
a
her.
pen, a paddock? I
Box.
don't know.
Little box, you know.
Would I know even through my drunkenness how big these things are? Would I remember?
Um,
This is gonna be so bad.
let me
So
check
stupid.
how big.
It wasn't
don't-
fantastic.
Nobody
roll,
literally no one knows.
Probably not.
I'm gonna say you might know how big a
Besides the
normal
house.
Kruthic is, which
It's not a queen then.
I imagine they're quite large. Well, they're probably the size of. They're probably about.
A cat,
No, more like
an elephant.
6 foot tall
An elephant.
and 5 foot
So like
long.
twice my size, dude.
A queen is 100% considered large, which means
Yeah.
it's over 8.
This
Out
is
of
probably like
character.
By the way, I
Yeah,
have minus
15
one
to 20
strength,
feet, yeah.
so I can't help carry it.
I'm
Right, we have to
strong.
get like a cart, probably. Honestly.
Also, diet carnivore.
You should find somebody
No
who knows
queen
about
bee.
queens. I'm gonna
Wait.
bring back a queen who's gonna eat them.
Okay.
I can take it. I believe in it.
Well, so okay, just again to circle around. I like to sort of be prepared for every eventuality. So if we bring a queen back 50% forever and ever, because you're gonna just keep making,
Yes, as long as it keeps
if-
going.
Yeah, sure. So if we can't bring the queen back, but I'm sure we can, and we just bring some eggs, then that's, then we're back to the
Yes, the 20%.
to the 20% of
for one
right,
time,
okay.
not for life. But
How about
Sure.
if that ale doesn't sell once you get the eggs? Can we be promised 20% of the ox ale?
No, of
And-
course not. As you had nothing
Well,
to do
and
with that
we-
one.
Have-
we need compensation still. We worked
Yeah.
for your promise.
At least,
Yeah.
okay, the starting point for that is at least the pins, a pin for all of us.
That's if you join the guild. You don't get a pin for free.
No,
I'm in the guild.
Definitely. If no,
Hands up,
I'm
getting-
already in.
across the
Even
street.
whether this is bad or not, I'm in.
Hands across the pin to
He's
Timothy.
already in. He's
He'll
signed
sign
the
the papers.
papers.
Yes.
I have a pin on my chest already. I took it from him.
Oh, okay. He notes it as he hands it to you. Oh, okay. Well, he can get compensated. Don't join the guild. Don't get compensated.
Okay, so
And she holds her hand out, expecting to be given a pin.
Takes that pin.
Can
puts
I
it in
look
your
at
hand.
this paperwork?
Yeah. Okay.
Paperwork. Just wear a pin.
Yeah. He kind of goes into.
Joe, did you write up a contract for the Brewers Guild as part of your prep for today's
I
episode?
I didn't anticipate it. He fetches one of the dwarves to go and get the contract and brings it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
It reading through it. Just roll a straight intelligence check to see.
Okay. All right. Let's see. 5.
You get that feeling where you start to read terms and conditions. And your eyes start glancing down and through, and you just get to the bit where it says sign your name, and you're thinking, just quicker.
That's too real,
Glance
guy.
through the stuff.
I feel like
It's,
that in real life.
It all checks out to me, you guys. I think it's fine. He says like overly confidently.
Wait!
Huh?
You're gonna sign some paperwork to get a pin, which admittedly the pin is really good. You're gonna sign some paperwork, get a pin, and membership to the guild, which you don't know whether or not it's like that's an actual job.
Free ale.
You have to do all
Free
the time.
drinks.
You don't even know
he pushes
what
as
kind of benefits you get, whether there's holiday pay or time off.
Well, we
And
don't
then-
have to
Just-
work.
just as you're
we
saying
just
this,
have
by the
the
way,
pin.
He pushes the paper towards Timothy to sign.
You're not gonna get
with a quill.
50%. Wait, no.
I hold the quill ready to sign.
Go for it.
So
Just sign your name there.
all we get. This is not okay. This is absolutely not okay. We bring a queen back, we get 50%, irrespective of whether or not we are in the guild. We bring
Do
eggs
I-
back, we get 20%, irrespective.
Do I
of
gotta
whether or
work
not
if I sign this? I can't. These
If
words
we
are
sign
squiggles
it-
to me right now.
What? Yeah,
Then we-
yes.
I gotta
Still get-
work?
Well, no, you don't have to work.
You're just signing for payment up front.
Yes, you're a contractor.
I signed.
How much?
You sign it. He rolls up the paper. Very good, very good, very good. He just wraps around this little ink seal, just
Oh,
puts it on it,
shit.
pops it under the table. Good. That's one.
How much? When are you
Drink?
getting paid?
I hold out my hand. Drink
front.
now?
That's what you want as compensation.
I mean,
we get to
you
name
said
our own
free
comp-
drinks.
It goes and fetches you a full tankard of the ox ale.
Oh my god.
Fia looks like her heart actually hurts
Okay.
right now.
How about can we sleep on this? I just you're no hurry to get these eggs, and we need to rest. We haven't even eaten today. No one can
We
think
see
clearly
people
on an
from a
empty
fire.
stomach.
Yes.
I'm gonna sleep on this all right, and I take a drink.
So yeah, can we come back tomorrow after we think this over? And
Give me meat and I'll sign.
oh boy.
Give me one moment. You see him hop down off of the stool, gather the dwarves together, right? And in the back, roll a perception check.
Okay. With advantage?
Sure, because you can smell it.
21.
First, you can smell the sound of a bunch of little boxes being opened, right?
Smell the sound.
Sorry, yeah,
that's a
smell.
really-
Sorry, smell the. You can smell the
Really
the
good.
whiff after you hear the sound of boxes
Oh
being
my
opened
god.
of meat, various bits, and butters and whatnot as well. But then you see in the background, just off to one corner, as he's gathered all the dwarves up, and he's making them open up their sandwiches for their lunches and take out whatever filling meat they've got and just put it on his hand. So when he comes back to you, he's got just a series of there's some hams in there, there's some mutton, it's all just mixed together, a little bit buttered as well. And he holds out his hand and puts it onto the table. There we are, meat. And it's a good stock of meat. All the dwarves in the background look pissed.
I take the stock of meat and get up and begin to leave.
I'm not signing.
He
Let's
gets
go,
down.
come on, you can't
He's not
just steal a man's
stealing.
meat.
I leave.
Oh, okay.
He looks across the US. No meat. No up front. You sign the thing or you leave.
I'm fine with just. I'm gonna go.
I'm fine with thinking about it. We'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the theft, even though you gave it to him.
We'll
Well.
we'll get back to you if we decide this deal is agreeable. But in the meantime, absolutely, really good luck getting those eggs on your own. I'm gonna turn around and follow Scold.
I'm a follow. I'm gonna wave at Brighthammer though and say, "It's nice to meet you,
He raises his meatless sandwich.
Brighthammer."
Aye, aye. His shoes kind of sadly in the background of whatever he's got left.
Oh.
You can see he's kind of even though Hops is respected by the dwarves, they're kind of angrily getting annoyed and kind of just arguing in the background as you all leave.
The one vegan dwarf's like, fine.
As you as you step out of the Half Fillers Guild, we'll go ahead and take a quick break there.
Ooh.
We've gone for a long time, so we'll just do a quick break and then we'll play for just a little bit longer. How long have you guys got left to stick around for?
I'm good for however
I-
long.
Yeah, my Sunday's open, so
I'd go for a bit.
I'll go for a bit.
Okay, we can do another like 40 minutes once you guys come back. So,
All right.
all right. I'll go ahead and change over to the intermission screen. All righty. Enjoy, guys. I'm gonna mute you guys. All righty. Go get yourselves drinks, whatever you want, guys, and we'll see you back in like 5 to 10. Thank you for tuning in for the second episode of Godforged, a more social episode this time for fun. If you want to look in the chat and do !cast, that will show you where to find everyone Twitches who's involved in this. Please go and give them all a follow. Along with that, you can do !Patreon. I'll tell you more about that at the end of the stream and what it entails. And for now, if you just go get yourself whatever you like, go get something fancy. We'll be back real soon to finish off the second episode. All right, be right back. Okay. I'll start bringing up the cams in a second once everyone's back. Thank you so much, everyone who's popped out to watch this. Sorry about those frame drops at the beginning. That was just down to Twitch auto server picking some random one, but it should be good now. I think we've lost too many. And anyway, we've recorded the whole episode, so if you haven't been able to watch the whole thing, don't worry. I'll upload it to YouTube, and sooner this time. Sooner. Probably in the next couple of days or so. All right. Everyone's starting to come back, but we'll bring everyone back in so we can chat to them. Hello, guys. I'm bringing you back in. I know Shane's not here yet.
Yo.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
But we'll wait for Shane. But okay. So did also Jari, in your handouts, I couldn't figure out on roll 20. Sam, you might know this. How do you send an item on roll 20?
I got it. I saw the chain axe. If
How
that's
do you
what
send the handout? You mean?
Like a magical item. I've sent a handout, but like I saw that you rolled with your magical item, right?
Oh, mine?
Well, yeah. So Jari or Saphira looted a hand axe,
Chain axe.
chain axe. Yeah.
Right.
I
You
did
just
it as a
create the
handout.
chain axe in her character sheet.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay.
If you give me her character sheet, I can make it for her. Just tell me what the statistics are and stuff.
I can do it after the stream. For only playing for a little bit, I don't know how much, unless you guys get into a fight.
It's up to you. If you want to give me
No.
permission for her character sheet, it'd take me like 10
Start
seconds.
I can do it now if you want.
fighting everyone in town.
Once Shane gets back, guys, we'll continue playing. Thank you, everyone who's popped out. Are you Okay. Let me hand it to you.
Witcher music.
In the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you the handout, Sam, and then I'll give you access to.
Is it a regular hand axe, stat-wise?
No. It's got some special
Okay.
properties.
Okay.
Well, it's got one significant property. Okay. Well, I might as well talk about this now, just whilst we're waiting for Shane to get back. But
I think you have to give me permission to edit, Joe.
I'll give you permission to edit her thing. Okay. hold on. If you guys do ! Patreon in the chat, you'll be able to see a pretty fun idea. It's basically, if you want to help support the channel as well and the show itself, I've put together this Patreon where basically it's a choose your own adventure, which will affect the campaign that everyone here is in. And it's set in a different region of the continent, but basically a couple of chapters every week you'll be able to vote on and see various outcomes which will have this rippling effect around the continent. But check out the Patreon itself to see more information on that. All right, I'll give you permission to that. Welcome back, Shane. Okay. And there you go. Cool. So, you guys have just exited Half-Fuller's Brewing Guild. You're on the street. It's a busy street. Whilst you've been in there, more and more people have been coming over from the other section of the town, and people are approaching your group, and people are just having small talk. They're, do you see what happened? Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you see the amount of people? Is it going to happen to us next? And there's just a general just murmur across the crowds of people as you walk along. You see, as in the center of town, as the Brewing Guild's in a corner close to it, you see by the rock statue a simply dressed man steps up. He's a little bit rough around the edges, but wearing nice enough clothes. He steps up onto a part of the fountain's just raised section, and he looks across to the crowds of people and goes, People, hear me! And you see as someone start turning the murmur inside down and they start looking towards him. Some of you know who I am, others don't. He gathers a bit of a crowd. They start listening to him. My name is Hamish Fenton. I speak often here in the square. I speak about the troubles that we in Kessex endure on a daily basis. And now look at our town. It's on fire. And who's putting it out? Kessex soldiers. Of course. It's civilians. It's people. Are you surprised there's a fire? People are murmuring together. It's been building up to this. We've been abandoned by High March and the Yesterlands. Those people are not Kessex people. Our people are separate. And that's why we have to do all of the work ourselves. I'm telling you now. Independence. That's what we need to do. Break away from the kingdom. You see his guards start to kind of come along, and people are like, oh, you know, agreeing, and yeah, and let him speak, let him speak. And he's, before they grab me, just remember, the High March won't care about this. It'll just be another cost of their taxations. The guards start climbing up, and they start grabbing him. And I go, come on now. And he's like, the taxes, that's all they are to you. That's all you are to them. Down with High March, down with the king. And they drag him off elsewhere. And people are murmuring, shampooing and all sorts. And one of the guard lieutenant steps up, the one that you saw before, Penn, and he says, calm down, people, calm down. It's fine. It's just a madman spouting words. We don't need that kind of rhetoric around here right now. There's a crisis going on. Please just go back to your homes. It's safe. We've got people scouting the area, and the fires have been put out. You're safe. We promise you, just stay in your homes or stay in this section of the city. Thank you. And he climbs down. People boo him and whatnot, but he continues going along and speaks to the other guards. The crowd starts to disperse, and you can kind of see from their expressions, especially from some of them, that it's common for this man to do his kind of outspoken speeches here. And also, it's common for people to speak so highly of Kessex and this independence. You heard it once in the tavern before. The crowd disperses, and you're free to go wherever you want.
So that was something, huh, guys?
Still probably be walking towards the west, towards the tavern.
Okay. Yeah.
This tribe is not unified.
Not even a little.
Okay, so you want to head west through the city, back through... Sorry, I keep calling it a city, it's a town. West back through the town until you get closer to the gate, heading into the western section itself. This gate in this area doesn't seem like it's been touched by the flames at all. The fire hasn't spread that far. It didn't get that far east or into the western section, but the gate is open as it's trying to let anyone in who is on that section that might fear for their lives and want to come through. But some people are passing into it still, especially those who kind of are just journeying just outside where the gate is. As you pass through the gate, undisturbed, straight to the right of it, you would see the image of this frog-like creature on its back with little Zeds just coming off of his head like it's sleeping. It's a curled up frog-like humanoid creature on the signpost swinging back and forth. And then above it, it says the Tumble Down Bullywug. It's a dingy looking tavern. Only 2 floors, but it seems to go back quite a way. It's made of old wood and various thatching is across the top of it, which is a little bit unusual for this section as well, because the further east in this town you go, the nicer the homes usually are. But this one looks like it's an older building and a little bit run down. At first, it seems like it might be closed, but you see someone, a patron, walk into it as if nothing's going on in the town, he walks straight into it to find himself a table.
Saphira would also just head on in.
Yeah, follow her.
Okay. Entering in to the tumble down bullywug, the first thing you'd be hit by is that kind of sour smell of spilt ales, and even the faintest smell of, for you, especially Scold, you can pick up on this piss, as this is
Lovely.
kind of a pretty run-down tavern. The tables look slightly dirty. The windows in it look a little fogged up, as if they've just never been cleaned. And strangely enough, it's somewhat popular. There's people at different tables drinking and eating from simple little wooden bowls, and behind the very small, tight bar, you can see a bartender cleaning one of the tankards in front of them. He's a burly man with kind of a dropping jaw that's too fat for his face. He's cleaning it. He's wearing an apron with some blood stains on it, and this whitish, soaken, sweated, almost yellow tingy shirt underneath it that you can tell that he probably doesn't change out of.
Nice.
Is there anyone I recognize from the fire in this place?
Anyone from the fire?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Seven. Bad rolls lately.
Drunk.
Uh-huh. Still drunk.
Yeah.
No, there's no one you recognize. No, it seems as if any other tavern right now to you, especially. You're not even really picking up on the bad smells.
Are there any empty tables that would
Fit all of us.
fit all of us?
Yep,
Perhaps
there's-
off to the
there's
side,
definitely-
not
there's
directly
definitely-
in the middle.
Yeah, you can find yourself a table.
All right.
You would see as the big burly man puts the mug down, and in walks this far down from down the stairs at the top. Walks this far scruffier, scraggly beard, kind of squinting one-eyed, but one eye really open. Balding on the top, but still quite a long bit of hair around all around the sides, as if he's trying to keep onto as much as possible. Halfling, who wobbles as he walks.
You can go upstairs now. I don't need you anymore.
And he goes back behind the bar and gets himself, and he starts to continue cleaning. He looks in it,
You just spit in these again.
and you see him having to get out a bit of pitcher of water. It looks slightly like dirty water, but he cleans through it regardless.
Great.
Most of the people in the tavern keep themselves, though. And he just stays at behind the tavern bar, cleaning up.
Well, I'm
Interesting.
hungry. This looks great.
Yeah, looks
Can we try to
like
wave to
great
get his
food.
attention at our table?
He looks across at you.
Excuse me. Oh.
Ugh.
Never mind.
Maybe we go up. Do we go up there? Is this one of those places?
I don't know. I feel like I made him upset already. Maybe one of you should go.
I'll just go up there.
I'll go.
I walk up. Yeah. me and Timmy walk up. Me and Timmy walk
Okay.
up to the bar.
Yes?
Hello. We'd like some food and some drink.
Okay.
Do you wanna?
Specifically, what do you want?
Well, I don't know. What do you have?
We have ale. We have bread.
Ale and bread.
Do
What do
we
those people
have
have in
any,
the,
like,
in the
meat
bowl?
or-
Yeah, those people have bowls. What do they got?
We have stew.
Oh, do you have stew? Do you still have? Is there stew left?
It might be. I'm not sure.
Okay. Is there somebody who might be sure?
I run the place, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not
You're
sure.
pretty sure that you're not sure. Okay. So if okay. So and it's just the ale then to drink, just the ale. So we'll take a round of ales.
Yes.
How much would that be?
A round for each of you. 25.
No, like round, like just one
Yes,
round,
no,
not a round for you.
I understood what you're saying.
Okay.
25 copper.
25 copper. Okay. And what about some stew if we could get some, or I guess some bread. If
10
we can't
copper
get stew.
pieces.
10 copper for everybody to get for.
Yes.
Okay. I think that sounds great.
Skull is he's gonna start making his way towards the bar, and he's like squeezing past tenants and the tables, and
He looks up against you. You can see a few of the denizens. They don't want to have any trouble with this giant bear that's kind of moving, but they keep themselves and they stare at you. You can hear murmurs and whispers as the people you're kind of knocking past.
a big hand slams the bar, and you can see he's left a handful of silver.
Ooh.
Ah, now you are like.
He
Keep the good stuff coming.
just scrounges at it. We've got stew. We've got plenty. And he pours it into the back of the back of his hand, and then pops it under the bar. Hops off and then heads into the back.
Skull goes back to the table.
I look
He-
at Timmy and I'm like, honestly, I'm kind of offended. I was gonna pay. I just wanted to know what there was.
You hear him kind of rustling around the back, and he comes out with a tray of different bowls, similar ones where they've got full of stew, and puts them straight down in front of Skull.
I'll get you ale for you as well. Don't worry.
And heads back off. He doesn't even look towards the bar where Timothy and Thea are.
I'm making my way back to the table.
He comes back with your tankards of ale. It's very dark. Kind of older looking tankards with no handle. You'd have to hold them with both palms. And he puts them in front of each of the seats that you might be sat at.
Appreciate your kind, sir, though. Anything else you need? I'm your guy.
He nods.
Heads back over towards the bar, and he's a little bit more chipper now. We don't really come in here with many silver.
Skull looks at Fia as she returns to the table.
The hell?
He likes money too.
Yeah, but he had to tell me how much it was. All I said was, "What do you have?" And he just went, "What does that mean? I don't know what that means."
If they think you don't have money,
This is a really nice coat. I look like I have money.
I'm gonna slide.
I have
Skull-
money.
I'm gonna slide Scold some silver and say, "Can you get me stew too?"
it's,
No, I thought he brought a round, right?
There's two all over the table. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a bowl.
Oh, I thought he just brought the one.
So
Cause
No.
for
There's
the
a
man
lot.
that had the silver. Okay, never
maybe you should ask for the rooms then. He likes you.
mind.
You wanna ask about?
prove to him you've got money.
You don't ever lead with the money. I'm gonna just take my stew and
Just
grabbily eat some.
Okay. It's flavorless, no seasoning at all. The water in it is definitely mixed in with ale, cheap ale. Water is more expensive than ale, this ale especially. So you kind of get that feeling of this didn't cost very much to make. It's got various bits of leaves in it, and the last kind of remnants of whatever meat this is, which is hard to distinguish. But
Skull doesn't care.
yeah,
This is
Charred
great.
meat.
Yeah. Is Silk eating with us?
he's not. Silk has been as quiet as he can,
Yeah.
playing the role. He's just quietly just next to you all, just watching all the other patrons
I'm
nervously.
gonna like
he bring
lean
bread?
over so I can see Silk's face. And say, "Hey, do you want me to like catch you a rat or something? I know you don't like this kind of food. I could try to find like a rat if you want. You would just have to eat it like secretly though, because you obviously, right?
I can be subtle.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand up and kind of like look around the tavern and
Okay.
see, because it's a dirty place.
He grabs hold of your leg for a moment, looks at you.
Get for one for yourself as well.
Yeah, now we're talking. I'm like, and then I just go, I'm gonna look around the tavern because it is kind of dirty. Do I see any little rats or anything like that?
What a perception or investigation check, as you're searching specifically for rats, so either or works, really. The two are kind of interchangeable.
15.
You would notice that just off the one corner, going off behind the bar and into the kitchen, you'd see the occasional rat that goes past. It's every 10 minutes or so. You see a
Okay.
rat that rushes off and it comes back with this stale bread in its mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna try to time it right and try to just grab it
Okay.
as it comes out.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
And a stealth check.
Okay. My sleight of hand is 24. My stealth is 9.
The rat scurries back from the kitchen. It's heading
Okay.
towards a little gap in the wall area where the wood doesn't necessarily meet the floor properly. You leap, grab it. Your hands are quick. You grab that thing and you caught it. You didn't really realize how much noise you just made. And a couple of tables look over you like, this
Where I'm
place is not a big deal.
Rats are, yeah, it's part of my diet. It's an orc thing.
The
And I'm
halfling is
gonna,
just
like,
glaring at you like, Taurus.
You got a rat problem. I'm helping out. Don't worry. It's
Looks
fine. And I'm gonna like hold the rat and like kind of put it in my pocket with my hand as well, and
Okay.
be like, "I'm sorry, rat."
Is it alive?
It's a live
Yes.
rat.
Yeah. And I'm apologizing to it as I make my way back to the table. And I sit down beside Silk, very shifty, suspicious, and I say, it's alive. Is that okay?
Perfect.
I figured as much. Okay, I'm gonna like pull it out and
It's
hand
kind
it
of
to him. I'm
scratching
just
around
gonna,
your
like,
hand.
yeah, make it quick. Just make it as painless as possible for the rat, please.
Okay.
Okay.
He takes it and he just goes and just tears it, just breaks it in two, and he's like,
Okay.
Thank you.
it is
You're
quick.
welcome.
It's just
Okay.
quite a scene, and then
Okay.
he swallows the other bit back, almost like a bird, and
Oh yes, this stew is so good. I say
It's
as I'm like,
really-
Can I-
like,
can I-
trying to cover it up.
Can I perceive the meat in the stew?
you can.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is the best and worst talent ever.
No.
16.
It's rat.
I after he finishes the rat, Skull will slide him a bowl of the stew.
I don't need that.
He doesn't
Yes,
like
you-
cooked food. Scolded.
Yes, you do.
He
Oh,
looks down in it.
Why'd you wet your food first?
It's called a stew. It's like a.
it's like a stodgy soup.
Yeah.
You get lots of, flavor, tastes good, like, some vegetables, some meat,
He picks
But
it
this
up.
one probably tastes like piss.
And puts his hand so it blocks any of the food inside, and just pours the liquid behind at the back, and then scoops out little bits of the meat.
Oh, I do eat that.
And he just continues eating from the bowl.
Skull nods and also keeps eating from the bowl.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They shared 2 meals together now, Griffin and Rhett.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Good bonding.
Okay.
What time of day is it now?
You've probably been going for another hour and a half or so, couple hours since you came back. As you do say that a couple hours have passed, you've been eating your stew for a while. The door opens, and suddenly a lot of the patrons are head down. You see the halfling behind the bar dips quickly behind the bar, and in walks one of the town guard. It's the lieutenant.
The handsome one with the hair.
The handsome one with the hair.
Yeah.
He
Oh, the bartender's really gonna love us now.
walks towards the bar, and you can hear like,
I didn't do it. I don't know what you're.
I'm just here to... Have you got some patrons? He looks around and he notices in the corner the bear and the tiefling and heads over towards you. We confirmed your story. I've got your gold with me.
Oh, great. Let's maybe not just do that right here.
Where would you like to do it? I got it here.
Why?
Bit forward, didn't I?
Yeah, you invite him upstairs? Let's go.
No, I don't want to plunk down 240 gold on the table right here. Everyone will turn and they're already looking at us. A giant sack of gold. It's gonna.
I
Look, I didn't know what this place was like. I feel like you should have done a better job describing it so that we knew that maybe we shouldn't get paid here. Now it's
And
awkward.
then, do this upstairs, maybe.
all right. He's kind of now confused himself.
But just
Strictly give you the gold. You mean? Right?
yeah. What? Why?
What
What?
else would she mean?
Did you bring
What?
something else?
No, it's just
Do you have?
it's good policy.
Oh, are you
It's
gonna
good
teach
policy.
us hair secrets?
See him can touch his
What?
hair. Can we just get this over with? I have things to do.
You didn't. Okay.
She don't
He just
spend time with us?
unhooks the gold and places the bag straight on the table. Don't get robbed, I suppose. I'm gonna head back.
You don't
Okay,
want to
well,
have a drink?
Afraid not.
There we-
On duty.
Maybe later.
I mean, I guess if we get robbed, we'll call you, or something.
Suppose.
I think I'm the only one with no interest in you.
He looks the scold. Righto, back to work.
Okay. Have a great night.
240 gold pieces. And he walks out of the door. You can. Who's got the fee? You've got quite a high passive perception. You notice when he says 240 gold pieces, the table nearest to you's like
Oh god.
suddenly
I'm
listening in
gonna
and trying to watch him.
stare at them.
You quickly look away and look down.
Yeah, that table definitely
a-
heard that.
Bag of gold right in the center of the table.
So Saphira is just gonna put her hand on it and look around, just to see who's kind of looking, but also kind of like establish dominance that this belongs to them. Kind of gesture.
Roll
I'm gonna just.
an intimidation check with strength, just to see how dominating
Remind me-
you are to them.
Yeah. Remind me how to roll
So-
it with strength.
Do you have proficiency in intimidation? You do, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but it seems with charisma, yeah.
So,
but I
what's
do
your
have-
charisma modifier right now?
Oh, it's actually 0. Wait, I'm confused.
So, and then your strength modifier is 4, isn't it? Plus 4?
Yeah.
So just
yeah.
roll your intimidation normally, and then we'll
You,
just add 4.
you want to type / 1d20 plus 6.
/ 1d20 plus 6.
It's your
Yeah.
strength
Yeah.
and your
It's your
proficiency
proficiency, yeah.
bonus mixed together.
All right, that's an unrecognized command. I'm just gonna roll
Right,
this.
/ R 1d20 plus 6. Slash R
R
space 1d20 plus 6. Like it,
one. Okay, 1d20 plus 6.
yeah, there you go.
There you go. Okay, 11.
The people that notice you are definitely, they're not going to meet eye contact. You're not sure if you've scared anyone away from it, but no one's looking at you now. They're leaving you alone.
I mean, that could have gone better. Okay. Do we stay here? Do we get rooms here? Do we go somewhere else? Since everyone knows that everyone saw that. A lot of people saw that.
We're here already.
Okay. Well, we can stay here. That's okay. Who wants to go get the rooms? Surely we're gonna get really good rooms now because probably the bartender saw that too, so he knows we have like.
Yeah, now he will overcharge us.
Should split the coin.
Not right here.
Why not?
In a room, we should. Maybe.
Going to, rob us here, He's got a big fat bear and,
He looks down at his gut in the back up.
That's
Okay.
just fur. It's not.
How would you know?
Do you want to
It
count
looks
out
like it.
the gold right here on the table right here?
Why not?
I feel like that's a really bad idea.
All right, let's count it.
Because
So
I think
Seabear
people
just
are going to
opens
try
up the
to
bag
rob us.
already and just starts pulling out the gold into
Great,
piles.
let's do this. This is fantastic.
Just starts splitting them and putting equal sized piles in front of everybody.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
What is that?
48.
48.
Yeah. 48. Exactly. I think.
I'm going to absolutely immediately pocket my 48 gold and
Me too.
stare really intently at everyone around us.
Okay. No one is really watching necessarily whilst you're doing it. Occasional just
Aren't they?
glances with wide eyes. That kind of money's not really seen around here. The tavern owner has made it his duty to keep bringing drinks, though. Even when yours are only half full. I get you more, of course. And he keeps bringing out different ones and complimentary bread and all sorts. Even though it's not
Nice,
really
free bread.
complimentary, you paid over what it costs.
And one of the times that he comes back, I'm gonna we were wondering if we could get some.
So you cut out the last word. What did you say?
Oh, we were wondering if we could get some rooms.
Of course,
do you have
I
any
can
rooms?
get your rooms. 5 gold a room. We've got 3
5
available.
gold a room. How many do you have?
5.
3?
5
We
rooms.
have 5 available. Are there people in
Five
them
gold a
now?
room?
5 gold per room, yes.
Are you trying to rob us right now?
Try and find a better price around here, you and odd.
Is that what
Sure,
you're
it would be
charging
too hard to find somewhere better than this.
Not that I know.
Do you walk around the city a lot?
I know everyone in the city.
Wouldn't try to rob us, right? No, look at us now. Look at all of us here. You wouldn't try to rip us off now, would you?
You're trying to intimidate him?
Yeah.
That was with charisma, though. So roll it with charisma.
What if I puff my chest out as she says it?
You're gonna intimidate.
I'd do it with advantage then for the help action.
Cross my arms.
14.
Because you're such valued customers, of course. I do it 2 gold per room. 5 rooms.
4 rooms.
4 rooms.
I'm just tired at this point, so maybe we should.
Do the
just-
doors lock? Are they sturdy locks?
A fine lock.
All right. I don't really want to go to sleep and, wake up robbed.
Look at the
Exactly.
right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think 2 gold for each for 4 rooms. That's fine. Again though, I don't really want to. I'm going to trust you with the safekeeping of myself and my friends here. I hope that's 2 gold really well spent and be a good quiet
Oh wait,
safe night's
we
rest.
saved the family that owns this place. Hold on.
Or works here.
Yeah, are you really the
Fen?
owner? I swear
Do you know
we know
Fen?
the owner, and that's not
Yeah,
you.
Fen.
Fen.
What was your name again?
Fen.
Yeah.
You're not.
What?
I don't recognize you.
50 silver a room.
Still with the same good locks, though, I'm sure.
I'm more interested now about what kind of con you're pulling here. Actually,
What do you mean?
well,
30
you're
silver a
clearly
room.
not Fen. You're acting quite squirrely.
Is Fen here? Can we talk to them?
No.
Where is Fen?
We could go back to his house. We know where that is. 'Cause we know him pretty well now.
I heard it burn
Um,
down.
Scold's gonna
Burn down.
speak loud enough that most of the room can hear.
It was a fine rat stew.
Oh,
Serious,
that's great.
The patrons are. Silk gonna.
Yeah, definitely rat.
He keeps his head down. the 50 copper a room. 50 copper a room. And you take that back. You say we were joking. 50 copper a room, please. Please. I don't want my ass.
Just joking.
Shit. 50 copper.
50 copper.
Right.
50 copper a room, but what if I give you a silver and you tell me what you're doing and why you're pretending to be Fen?
Just trying to earn a little off the top. Don't tell Fen. Please.
I'm gonna look at like Fia, Saphira, Skuld, and Timothy, kind of.
Okay, we won't tell Fen, but where is he?
Upstairs?
Want to go get him? I just want to say hello. I haven't seen him all day.
That's true.
All day.
He's in grief.
Why is
I
it-
suppose.
I'm starting to question a few things here. I would like you to go get him. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe we let everybody know that we weren't joking about the rats.
We could go get him ourselves.
Okay,
you
I'll
don't
get
have
him.
to go get him.
He hops away and he's kind of. You see him just wobbling really quickly as he tries to get up the stairs quickly. You hear like a little bit of a mutter. And then you see Fen, who is still. His clothes are still a little bit soot stained, but he's cleaned off his face and everything. And he comes down and you see he's a middle-aged, ordinary looking man. Whatever. Timothy. And friends, of course. Glad that you came. I can give you a round. Ergo didn't give you trouble, did he?
You could say that.
Good. You staying here?
We would love to, yes.
I
On the
would,
house.
yes.
On the house. All right. I'll make sure your rooms are well maintained. If I could be honest, put down a blanket if you're planning on sleeping on the bed. If you have anything, coat or anything. But,
Okay.
Bedroll is okay.
All right. I'll get your rooms ready, and you can sleep whenever you want to. He heads back towards the bar area. Comes down the stairs, a little bit pale of expression. Looks to you, looks at him, and then Fen starts talking to him nicely, and he goes, as he realizes you didn't tell him. And he carries on talking to Fen and serving some patrons.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess that's our room sorted. We just need to talk to the Baron to get our payment and discuss
From our previous thing.
Ramir. We need to decide if we're to go get those. What are the queen? What are those eggs called? The
Creffic.
Chronic? No, that's not right.
Cruthic.
Cruthic, exactly. Cruthic eggs. Like, we should probably see if there's somebody who knows what those are.
Probably.
And knows if this is if Timothy just signed his life away.
Timothy is a member of the guild now.
Oh, that's right. Then I looked down at my pin, forgetting it was there the entire time.
It's a great pin. But right? This is our I feel like we should not make a decision about that until we find somebody that actually knows what the hell that thing is, how big those eggs are, and how many we can carry. I can't carry. I feel like.
Again, we have the fat bear. Oh, we just take fat bear.
I don't. You can't. He's not like our. He's not like our horse. Like we can't just put saddle. He's like a person. You can't.
I mean, you could probably saddle the bear.
Sorry, he's a. What? I'm sorry. What are you called?
Bear.
I'm Krigven.
Krigven.
If I am bear, you are goat.
He
Sorry.
says it's a fear.
Gold. I'm a tiefling.
I'm Krigven.
It's fair.
She just folds her arms, not really sure how to respond to this, and blinking hard a few times, just completely shocked that she just got called a goat.
Oh my god.
Still fat Krigven.
They are gonna throw down at some point.
I think you're both beautiful.
This fat Krigven will see you tomorrow.
He gets out of his chair and goes to leave with his coin.
Out of the door or upstairs?
Out the door.
Okay.
Jared just mumbles something unintelligible about him under her breath as he leaves.
Silk looks up towards Saphira.
You're not a goat?
Farah gives him the usual backhand that Silk is used to.
You see a patron at the table go, my little one gets out of hand as well, you know. Yeah.
Kids.
Sometimes you just have to discipline them, Isn't that right, little one? She says as she, pinches his ear under his cloak.
He's just
Isn't that
gritting
right?
his teeth. But,
Yes.
okay. Where are you heading for the night?
Where would like the people that lost their homes be?
A lot of them are staying in the Temple of Somra, the large cathedral-like temple.
Okay.
That's probably where the majority will be.
He'd head there.
Okay, and as you enter into it, you see a series of different robed men and women going around, helping any of the injured, helping any of the burns, healing away a lot of them. You would be approached by an elderly woman who's still sharp and of wit and doesn't walk as if she's elderly at all. She comes up to you.
Oh. Were you injured as well?
No.
Well, there's plenty of room in here if you wish to stay. We wish to help. We could use a spare pair of hands.
Give this out.
And he takes 5 gold from himself and he gives her the rest.
is
A considerable donation.
feel free to stay as long as you want.
Thank you.
She
I'm fine.
takes it across towards a couple of the other brothers wearing their white robes and hands it across them. They're all shocked, and she points back towards the Krigven before distributing it around to all of the most harmed individuals here.
Okay, yeah. He's just gonna leave.
Okay.
Oh.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, what time is it?
Probably about this point, only about 2 p.m. You've been up since
Jesus, it's the longest
5.
day in the world.
Yeah, you've been up since 5, and you've done quite a lot since then. But
Okay. I'm probably gonna go bed. Nap.
Yeah, I feel like we've done a lot today. I think I'm gonna go make a list of everything I want to do tomorrow so that I don't forget.
She's so particular. Making a list.
So, I guess we could just, I don't know, Timothy, are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. I got things to do in
He's
town.
this fucked at like noon.
Yeah, he's like wobbling.
I'll
all
be
Yeah.
more than fine.
you've day drank heavily.
Yeah.
I think Saphira would just have a little wander around the general area before returning to rest a couple hours later.
Okay.
Are there like, did we see like any shops or anything around, like
Shops in
right
the-
where we
in the
are, or
eastern
like we
district.
walked by them in the more eastern part of town?
Yeah, you would have noticed a few shops, especially during around where the marketplace was. Usually market stalls might be set up there, but around the area of that square, you would have seen general store, an alchemy shop, that sort of thing.
Would I've seen
But I've
anywhere
seen
to-
a forge.
None that you know of, no.
Okay.
I've seen like a tailor or something like that somewhere to buy a small
A small what, sorry?
like a small child-sized cloak, a little oversized, but
Still.
No
Yeah.
tailor out and about at the moment, no. There's no tailor shop.
alright. Okay.
Are you asking around for one? Or are you just...
I guess I would probably ask the bartender or whoever.
People would probably
If there was
mention
one
to you that you'd be able to find tailored wares during the morning market.
Okay.
I would want to ask around for a forge or smith of any kind too, as well. If there's any in this side of town.
Okay, yeah, you go out to a man. Not the town, no. All of that happens up in the mountain with the dwarves. They're locked away at the moment.
All right, thank
Some
you.
sort of hazard. Not sure what's going on up there. But, no, we don't really make it down here. Okay. Is anyone doing anything else interesting before they go to sleep and rest?
Probably not, no.
Okay. Then, after you all wander around for your individual errands and perform your own tasks, eventually lying down to sleep wherever you are. Where does Skull go to bed?
Just like a fan or a burrow, just like under a tree.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you could head out of the eastern gate again and go and sleep one of the trees nearer the farmers' crop fields and whatnot. Each of you finding your place to sleep for the night, having explored and saved the western part of Karburn. Tomorrow, waking to find out more about hunting down a Krothic queen, maybe visiting the Baron and finding more about what's been going on with the mayor from Donwell. And that is where we'll end episode 2 of Godforged. Thank you guys for playing.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hell
Real social
yeah.
Clap,
episode
clap, clap.
today. Alrighty.
That was
Okay.
fun.
Episode 2, Contract Law.
It was fun.
That was really good.
Thank you guys
How
for
to
playing.
bargaining.
Okay, let's do some shout outs for people. Is anyone going to be streaming after this?
Nope.
Yeah.
Shane is.
Nope.
My buddy Shane.
Oh,
is.
Shane is. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll send the love over to Shane if you want to go and make yourself live whenever you can, buddy. Let's go around the list. Let me get up my chat, and we can see from there. Alrighty. So starting up with Old Lady Gamer. Anything you'd like to shout out?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, fair enough. You can check out her on Twitter to get her consistent.
You can check me out on Twitter, yes.
Yeah.
But that's really the only place that you can see me. Sorry.
Until you start streaming again. Yep.
Until I start streaming again, which may happen at some point.
Well, you can see our Twitter below. If we get an exclamation mark cast in the chat, which I think someone has
I don't know
done.
if that looks weird
The
to do that.
wonderful beggar did. Please go and give a follow regardless. Shane, do anything you want to shout out?
I mean, not
Other than
necessarily.
yourself? What are you playing after this?
More Minecraft. I can't quit it, dude.
No, that's
a
fair enough.
problem.
Shane!
What are you on to? Which age are you in now?
I'm actually doing my own thing right now. I'm taking a break from SevTech that we're all playing.
Nice.
Just doing my own stuff, trying other things. I'm on a partner application right now, so I got to stay on that grind until
Hell
That's
yeah.
done.
Good luck, my dude.
fingers crossed.
It's
Hell yeah.
Shane on Minecraft scares me. Yeah, your machines and like what you create is
It's
insane.
got to be efficient.
He's
Your forge
the best blacksmith of
SevTech
any
was
age.
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like you're gonna build a computer in that game. Again, socials below. Bree.
No. Shout out to playing D&D with people I love and
Right,
a
yeah.
great DM.
Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out-
Right hammer!
Nice.
Wow, that was very good. Not even scripted.
What games are you playing at the moment?
I'm replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Nice.
Probably until The Last of Us comes out.
Which is
Last of
really
Us
soon,
sequel,
right?
so. The 17th. So like 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, you can check out all our socials there. And Mr. Slam Strippin.
What's up, guys? You can find me on Strippin for everything. I'll be streaming more Witcher 3 tomorrow. I've gone to Skellige for the first time. This game's
Oh.
amazing.
It's so
I'm loving
good,
it.
dude.
Yeah, I just
So
got to
good.
Skellige,
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm super hyped.
Wait, okay.
So I'm going to be playing that tomorrow at 2 Eastern.
Yennefer?
What?
Actually, you don't
I
get to
haven't...
make that choice until Skellige, right?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I actually just met Yennefer, so
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to
Wait,
withhold
what?
for now.
Oh.
You meet her like for a tiny
you
bit at the
meet her
start
at
of the game.
Skellige.
but-
Yeah.
You don't really
okay.
get to see her till then.
You meet her for like
Yeah.
15 seconds at the start of the game, and she's just butt naked, and then
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
first time I've actually met her. So yeah,
that's yeah.
I,
Yeah.
Who are you thinking there?
probably Yen.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Triss though.
She's cool.
My
I like-
Triss
my-
is a goodie.
My chat, but here's the thing: my chat has been like pushing so hard for Triss that it makes me want to not do it.
Just out of spite.
I'm gonna
Mine was the-
without spoiling it. My favorite ending is if you go for both. Because I was greedy
No,
and I
of
thought,
course you
why
did.
not?
You could do that?
You could
You
go
thought
for
you could
both.
get away with it?
Yes.
God damn it, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
I don't know.
Um,
It's always gonna be Team Triss for me. I mean, you gotta respect her. She doesn't give a shit about anyone. She's like, yeah, Geralt, I like him. I'm gonna go for him. Fuck yeah, fuck the police. Oi, 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 oi. And just does it, you know.
But Yen is a bitch, and I love that.
I
in a
remember that
woman,
quote
so.
from Trish
True.
saying, fuck the police. You
Yeah.
know?
Oi, oi, oi. I do
Yeah.
remember that.
I remember going to fight the police. Oh, yo, yo, yo! Before I left Skellige, yeah.
That's Triss.
Even though she's American, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. No, I do like Triss.
yeah.
though.
You can find me on my channel from 2 Eastern. Every day.
Sweet. And Charlie.
You think that I would have gotten better at like these shout outs, you know, considering this is the second time that I've had a whole rotation of people to think about what I need to shout out.
I'm gonna start with you next time, so you just get that.
No,
Yeah,
please
go
don't.
We've got anti-clock,
counterclockwise.
yeah.
We should trade. So you have to shout out someone else, and then it's not.
Oh,
You're like, I want to shout out Jari.
Reminds me
She's
too much
been
of
awesome.
school. That's stressful.
No, I don't really have anything to shout out. Just want to send all my well wishes to everyone. I hope everyone is doing good in this crazy time, and everybody's staying safe.
Definitely.
Cool.
Well said.
Well, yep. All good for me personally, guys. I'll just shout one thing. On Tuesdays, I do a D&D homebrew discussion stream. I basically load up the Reddit for Unearthed Arcana, which is a bunch of homebrew stuff. Dungeons and Dragons, I open up like 20 tabs, and we just read through a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons creative stuff that the community's made, and it's a pretty fun time. So if you want to talk about the show, I usually do it during that stream, along with all sorts of stuff with that. I'm gonna make another scene quickly. I'll let everyone here get going. Let Shane go and get started.
Joe's also forgotten for the second week in a row to tell you all about the Discord he made for Godforged. So if you wanna come out and join the community Discord and talk about all the cool
Please
shit
do.
there, you can join that Discord. There's a link in the chat. And also, he's launched a Patreon where
Yes,
your
those
contributions.
I was actually about. I was going to talk about that one.
influence
I was going to talk about that one in a little thing. I was going to let you guys get going. I didn't want to.
If you got to be involved in the story, you get to play some pretty nifty NPCs and kind of influence how the story goes. So exclamation mark Patreon in the chat. Oh, Crazy Beggar's already done it. So poggers, guys, check it out. Poor Joe, because he puts in a lot of work for this show. We're just little peons
You owe
enjoying
me a
it,
joke
but Joe
from
does
last
a
week
lot of work.
as well.
So
Oh
yeah,
my
you
God.
also are
Okay,
a
hold
joke.
on.
I'm not gonna let it slide this time.
A D&D joke.
We will wait here.
A dragon enters a tavern. The dragon says, "It's hot in here." The bartender says, "Shut your mouth."
I'm gonna throw up.
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, it was good. There you go.
I'll give a little bit of an in-depth explanation of what the Patreon is, but I'll let everyone get going first so they can go off and live their lives. And then we'll throw the love over to Shane straight afterwards. So thank you guys for playing. I'll see you guys all next week if you're around. If not, let me know, and we can organize this for the following week.
See you
But,
next Sunday, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.